I never turned off the mic. You guys can hear everything that's going on. Let me mute this. Put it down to a 13. I could have sworn I hit the mute button, but the funny thing is, I only popped it up like 2 seconds ago, so it doesn't matter too much. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? I guess I could turn this on because I lowered it already. How is everybody on this fine day? Let me center myself and not be over there. Oh, I forgot to get my battery charger. I think, can I do this? Can I do this thing? I think I could do this. I'm going to plug my phone in down here temporarily. I just realized I totally forgot my charger. And I'm going to run out of battery. So let me plug this in down here. There's got to be a plug down here for it. No, there's no plug for it. Alright, screw you. How dare you? I could have sworn that thing had a USB charger. Whatever. We're just going to not worry about that. I'm going to put it as low as possible. Bull crap. I can't believe that's like a new power cord. What power cord nowadays don't have USB ports? Insanity. But on that note, hello everybody. I have something we're going to do first together, but let's say hi to everybody. I don't think there's a whole lot of people in here yet. Okay, that's def not me. Hi, Jay. Can kind of hear you already? Oh, okay. That was, all right. That was because I didn't mute it, so people did hear me. The funny thing is, usually I'm talking and doing things, and like my sister and Robbie will be home, but both of them, well, Robbie's not here. Jesse's on the other side, and Coco's still locked away. So you probably heard me breathing, and I was texting on my phone. I was texting somebody back on my phone, and I was breathing, but I don't think I spoke a single word. And I thought I muted the mic, but apparently I did not. Sorry, I'm in theater mode. We got Vero G. Michael, there he is. I was going to say, I thought I just saw Michael. I'm here just posting links. Clever name I made, Star, HollyMac79, and Colvin. I jumped in pretty early. Usually, I mean, well, I didn't, sometimes I've been setting these up at 5:30. My intentions were to start around 5:30. I literally was like ready to go. I posted everything on Patreon. I was pretty much good to go. I got home. I had to take my dad to the doctor after work. Got home around 3, did Yellow Jackets, edited it up, just got it out, posted all the Patreon videos, and then I was like, I might as well start the live stream because there's one thing I have left to do, and we're going to do it together. I have to post the movie of the month poll. So, that being said, I wanted to show you guys. I already put everything up. I don't know how well you guys can read that because it might be small. But these are the movies that were in last month's poll. Now, I was talking to people, and I believe it was Hollymac was saying, have you ever seen Road to El Dorado? I have not seen The Road to El Dorado. I know Lilo and Stitch is up there, and we watched that last month. So Lilo and Stitch is going to be replaced by another animated film. However, being as I already got a couple others up there, should I put The Road to El Dorado? I'm going to let you guys decide, and then we'll finalize this list before we start the live stream. But there's the Road to El Dorado. There was the Atlantis movie, and there was a third one too. Big Hero 6. So what do you guys think? What is the mass consensus? Should I replace Lilo and Stitch with Big Hero 6? Road to El Dorado? Or the Atlantis movie? What was the other one? There was the Atlantis movie, and then there was like another one. Oh, Treasure Planet. Let me look right now. Honestly, we're gonna put this to bed. One of them I watched, and I can't remember which one. Let me see. I'm pretty sure Treasure Planet is the one I saw. Treasure Planet. Well, it's not. The funny thing is Campaign 2, Lost Treasures. That is not what I'm looking for. Maybe it was Atlantis. Maybe I didn't see either. I could have. This has been discussed many times, but maybe I talked about it and assumed I saw one. Atlantis. Wait, how do you, what, oh no, I spelled Atlantis. Yeah, I don't see that one either. What am I thinking of? Did I not? Like, it might have been one of those movies where people kept putting it like as an option and I never actually watched it. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. But apparently it's not, all I know is it's not on my Patreon or my Vimeo. So if it's not on Vimeo, that means I never watched it. Either way, where are you? Thing. There you go. There you go. I was gonna say I can't see you guys. Hello to the Azure Sky, Ninja Master. Who else came in here? I think that was it that joined us. Is Neil here? Neil and Marion are probably on their way. I should probably text them. But yeah, Bidet Ninja. If you like plushes, Big Hero 6. I'm a big fan of plushes. Big Hero 6. So I could start quoting it. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Okay, that's what it's called. Titan AE is great, but not as good as Treasure Planet. Maybe it was Titan AE, because I know all of these. I'm trying to think of... there might be none. As I choke to death. Titan AE isn't on there either. Symbiotic Titan. I was watching that at a point. Like, all I gotta do is type in... I know all of these have come up, because, like, animated shows were like, my favorite thing back in the day. And I know these have all come up in conversation. There is a strong chance that I've not seen any of them, but I could have sworn I saw one of the ones I mentioned. I don't know. None of them are up there, so I'm guessing I'm incorrect. If I started watching one of them, I would definitely remember it as I was watching it. So, like, that might happen. But, what, you don't like Planet Bob? Planet Bob? I didn't see Treasure Planet till not that long ago. So Titan AE is a little better to me. Bidet, y'all. Hello, Colvin. He should watch Planet 51. Remind me, had you seen The Hunger Games? Yes, I have seen all The Hunger Games. I actually saw them in theaters. My sister was a big fan of The Hunger Games, and I'm pretty sure I saw all of them in theaters. I might not have seen the first one in theaters because of the fact I didn't know what it was. But I remember I definitely saw the other ones in theaters with my sister. She either wasn't dating anybody or her boyfriend at the time did not want to go see it. And I, being the fan of movies, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It came up the other day because we saw Stanley Tucci in something. Oh, I'd never seen Jack the Giant Slayer. The girl that I've been hanging out with, that I tell you guys about, we've been having movie nights, and like I'll pick one, she'll pick one, and we're the same age. So we try to pick, well, we don't try to, we literally pick ones that the other hasn't seen. We'll be like, these are my favorite movies. And then I have a list of them, and she has a list, and it's ones I haven't seen for her, and vice versa. And the other night was her pick, and we watched Jack the Giant Slayer. I was impressed by how good and violent it was. I love when you have a violent fantasy movie because I want it to be believable. And a lot of times fantasy movies aren't believable because no one dies, and it's very hard to believe that someone wouldn't die in the middle of a gigantic war of giants. So I was happy to see that there was bloody violent death in that movie. But, I don't wish for horrible things. I just want realism. I think I'll come out in not yet next year. I think I'll come out in 27. Okay, good luck. Looking forward to the new one that might get released next year. If nothing holds it up, it's in pre-production. Oh, okay, I did see that for Hunger Games. Yes, I did see that. But yet, Jay has not seen Batman the Animated Series. Yes, Batman is on there, as you can see. Is there any here? What was the other movies we were talking about? Backless Door, hello. Freeze Planet 419 is the best planet. Freeze Planet 419? That I don't know either. But is there based on this list, I'm going to show you. Well, I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to look. I have Hollymack's list over here. And Hollymack, it's up to you. Should I change any of your picks? Should I change? Because you did send me new ones. I've never seen Michael J. Fox Light of Day. And I've never seen Max Dugan Returns. And all the rest that you sent me are either on this list or I've seen them. The only ones on your list that I haven't seen, like Continental Divide is yours, that's on the list. Flash Gordon is yours, that's on the list. But is there any on there? Like you have Welcome to Mooseport also on the list. But do you think any... Oh, and I haven't seen Oh God with George Burns. Oh God, Max Dugan Returns, Light of Day. To be honest with you, Light of Day with Michael J. Fox intrigues me because I don't even know what that is. I don't think I've ever even heard of that. Also, Pirate Radio. I see at the bottom over here you put the Road to El Dorado and Pirate Radio. I know the Road to El Dorado. Haven't seen it. Pirate Radio, I don't think I've even heard of. So, and we definitely got to replace Lilo and Stitch. So you guys let me know what you think. Oops. And we'll fill in the dots. Why won't you show me my life? There it is. Have you seen Stranger Than Fiction? Yes, I've seen Stranger Than Fiction. First shot to Val Kilmer. Yes, definitely Val Kilmer. Pirate Radio is amazing. I'm going to be honest. I'm personally, I would either want Light of Day with Michael J. Fox, which I have no clue what it's even about. I'm just a big Michael J. Fox fan. I love Secret to My Success. Obviously Back to the Future. There is many Michael J. Fox, like Greed. If you've ever seen Greed, there are like so many obscure Michael J. Fox films that I adore. I don't think I've ever seen Light of Day or even heard of Light of Day. And Pirate Radio, Holly Mack gave me like a little synopsis, I feel like, or I remember reading something. Can put Continental Divide at a later date. So should I switch Continental Divide? I'm going to switch Continental Divide before your eyes. Which one? Light of Day has Joan Jett in it. Which one should I do, Holly Mack? I'll replace Continental Divide. Should I do Light of Day or Pirate Radio? If it sounds like Pirate Radio is more well known, because you also got to remember people are going to vote on it. And being as I never heard of Light of Day, I'm assuming Light of Day might not get a lot of votes because I'm thinking other people might not have heard of it either. I could be wrong because I also never heard of Pirate Radio. But you let me know. Pirate Radio? All right, Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio it is. And what should we change Lilo and Stitch to? And is there any others I should change, do you think? I have Dragon. You see, I have Dungeon Siege as number 1 up there. Dungeon Siege, number 1 up on the list up there. I'm going to scroll down. I want to see, I'm going to let you guys know what the votes actually were. Because honestly, some of them get like no votes. And I'm thinking of just changing 1 or 2 of the ones that get no votes to something that you guys all agree on. Because I want something that will get votes. It's like if something never gets votes, then it's probably never going to win. And it's just a waste of space on the list at a point. Because something always bigger and better comes around, I feel like. Oops. All right, I'm going to go back up to the list. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. These are the ones that got 1 vote last month. Condor Man and Welcome to Mooseport got 1 vote. 2 votes were a bunch. Music and Lyrics, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Royal Tenenbaums, SLC Punk, The Devil's Own, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Only got 2. The rest got a decent amount. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like Lilo and Stitch won by a landslide last month. The second highest was Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. And then there was a lot of others tied for 3rd. So just out of curiosity, what are you guys thinking? Big Hero 6? But Michael J. Fox was funny when he was on Rescue Me. That I'd never seen Rescue Me either. Bidet to my good friend Neil. Someone screenshot it and put it in the Discord, please. I also cannot see the list since I am driving, LOL. I am going to put Lilo and Stitch full screen. I need to check out The Devil's Own. I know Pitt is in it. Yes, Brad Pitt and Harrison Ford. That has been on the list for like a year. And it always, one time, it was tied for first, and I broke the tie with the other movie. I can't remember what it was, but I chose the other movie, and I said, well, we're probably going to do The Devil's Own next month because it was tied for first. After that, it like never got as much love again. And I feel bad because the other one probably would have won next month. It was like I had to choose, and I'm like, well, I'm going to probably end up seeing them both very soon anyway. So, like, I'll just do that. And it never won. But the good thing about that is Heidi is the one on Patreon that requested that movie. And she said that if by the time her next list of movies ends, because she does one a month already by herself. Like, she subscribes to the one movie a month tier. So she gets a movie every month. And she already gave me her list till May, I believe. I think I have her list till May. And she said if it doesn't win by May, that's going to be her guaranteed pick for like June or July. So I'm not too afraid of that winning or not, because eventually I will watch it. But that thing's been on the list. A couple of these have been on the list for a while. Brick's been on the list for a while. SLC Punk, Devil's Own, and Royal Tenenbaums has been in. I would say the longest ones right now are Brick, Devil's Own, and SLC Punk. Those three have been on the list for like a while. Devil's Own, Pitt's accent, LOL. Sean M, what is up? Hey, Jay, what is up? Haven't seen you in a bit, my friend. How have you been? I mean, his traveler accent wasn't bad in Snatch. I'm assuming, I know it's like an Irish type of thing. I don't know exactly what, but I know it's like an Irish type of thing. So I would imagine because of Snatch, him being like a piker and having that like thick accent, I'm assuming it's going to be somewhat similar to that in The Devil's Own. People have told me things. So based on that alone, I have ideas, and Harrison Ford's in it, which I adore. His patois in Meet Joe Black was great, but it was brief. Am I saying that right? Patois? I think it's an NRA film. NRA, like the guns. I thought it said NBA. I'm like, Brad Pitt is in a movie about basketball in Ireland? That is a weird thing. Someone screenshot it, blah, 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 blah. So is that good enough? We'll do Big Hero 6 to replace Lilo and Stitch. Is there any others? Holly Mack, you think I should replace Welcome to Mooseport? That's the only one on your list that got one vote. Nothing against it. But if you want me to replace it, now is the time. I'll give you the option. You could have Light of Day. You could have Welcome to Mooseport. You could have Max Dugan Returns or Oh God with George Burns. Shane Barron, what is up? It's up to you, Holly Mac, because it's your pick. So I'll give you, it's your option of one of those four. Or you could put Continental Divide where Welcome to Mooseport is. The IRA, NRA, IRA. Oh, that's right. NRA, IRA. Yes. NRA is either the wrong initials or has a different meaning. What is the NRA? National Rifle Association? I think that's the National Rifle Association. NRA is national. IRA is Irish. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, replace with Light of Day. All right, let's see what happens. And we could always go back, because I'm going to post it. Light of Day. Is there anything else? Is there any other movies anyone can think of that we've talked about? Look at this list, everybody. Is there anything we've talked about often enough where I should put it on the list? I'm trying to think, because I could replace like Saltburn. There's certain movies I could replace that won't upset anybody because they're like it's like optional. So I know we talk about movies all the time, and then when it comes down to it, I always forget which ones we talk about. The Irish Republic Army. Yes, that is IRA. Since I am not on Patreon, can someone vote Big Hero 6 for me? Big Hero 6, I bet you will win, Ninja, without me even having to say anything. For some reason, well, not for some reason, there is a lot of people on Patreon that are massive animation fans, like animated type shows or movies. There's a lot of people that watch Bleach and Steven Universe, Adventure Time, There's like Toriko, lots of anime and animated shows are on Patreon. So usually when I put an animated movie up that's like very popular, it wins by like a landslide. So I will bet right now that Big Hero 6 will likely win this month's poll. But Batman Mask of the Phantasm was very close to winning last month. And the fact that Lilo and Stitch is so in the mainstream right now. Like, Lilo and Stitch has always been popular, but like they just had the trailer for the new movie drop and the live action things coming out and stuff. So I'm assuming there's more hype for that than would be usual, but it could just be that it's super popular too. For Christ's sakes, you need to be watching Buffy before 26. Yeah, Buffy, I definitely got to get into Buffy. I will do Buffy. I promise. I would have already started watching Buffy myself if it wasn't for the fact that I want to watch it for the channel. No one's asked for it yet, but I might just make it a thing at some point. Phantasm is a classic. Batman is a classic. Yeah, replace it with Light of Day. Time is 1:15. Let me do 1:15:33. Yeah, let me set the clock up. Setting the clock up. Show. All right. 1:15:33. All right, there we go. Clock is set. Boop, boop. Boop. All right, I would say watch Buffy on your own. It's too long. Orion just made everyone dry. Please do. Everyone write in one place and force Jay to watch it for the next 10 years. Buffy is a must. The Buffy, like, I've watched many long shows. The longest show right now I think I can remember is Adventure Time. Adventure Time was like 300, if you count Distant Lands and Fiona and Cake, Adventure Time was over 300 episodes. Granted, they were only 11 minutes, most of them. There were some that were longer, like Distant Lands was longer and stuff, but it was 11-minute episodes. So, I mean, still 300 plus episodes, and I completed that years ago. It's still, the final season just started on YouTube because it took me forever to edit them up. But we are almost done with Adventure Time over on YouTube. So let me get this set up. All right. I always like almost load up the actual live stream that we're currently doing because I always see my thumbnail and then I'm like, oh, that's it right there. Let's see here.
It's very hot.
I think I let it go 1 second. I think I let it go 1 second, which made it where I have to rewind it a little. I did. 1:15:33. I have failed. 1:15:33.
We have firewood bundles and stuff.
I'm
make
wet.
fire?
So that was a really cold week.
Hey, prestidigitation.
Oh,
Prestidigitation. Oh. Now I get it. Somebody wrote Orion got us all dry, and I took it as a joke, and it was prestidigitation. Is that how he's saying it? Prestidigitation? That's what I was actually inquiring that before. But prestidigitation. I mean, I dig the word. It sounds pretty cool. Prestidigitation. Doot, doot, doot. So, that being said, One Piece is 1,122. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's funny because that is one of the show. Like, sometimes we won't do movies. Like the girl I was talking about, we have a list of shows and we have a list of movies. And one of her shows was, I want you to watch the live action One Piece on Netflix. And I was like, did you watch One Piece, the animated? And she was like, no, I've never even seen it. She's like, I heard of it, but I've never seen a single episode. But I really did enjoy the live action One Piece show. And it's like a quick, 8 episodes and you're done. So her pick for a show was that. I was telling her we should watch Yellow Jackets because I think she would get a kick out of Yellow Jackets. I think she would love it. So that was my pick for a show. We started watching Orphan Black. If any of you have ever heard of or seen Orphan Black, she was like, we got to watch the show. She's like, just do me a favor, watch like a couple episodes and I guarantee you will love the show. And we literally, she hung out, we like did lunch on Saturday and we watched the entire first season of Orphan Black after lunch. We got home from lunch. She's like, just watch 1 or 2 episodes. She left my house at like 11 o'clock at night and we did nothing but drink and watch Orphan Black. And honestly, it was phenomenal, or I wouldn't have done it. The funny thing is, we're like 2-3 episodes in and I'm like, that looks like the girl who plays She-Hulk. And I know Tatiana Maslany, I think is her name, how you say it. I was like, that looks just like the girl that plays She-Hulk. And she had never seen She-Hulk. And I was like, I know this is like 10 or 15 years before She-Hulk, but she just looked so different. Like in She-Hulk, she looks way different. She looks like she's got frizzy hair. Looked like she got freckles. Looked like she's like very white and pale. And in this, she almost looked like she was like Hispanic and the way she talked and everything. And I totally was like, oh my God, that is legitimately Tatiana Maslany. So I've been hooked on Orphan Black and I'm going to probably finish watching season 2 this week because I don't have to wait for YouTube or Patreon to watch it. It's one of the shows I could actually watch for myself. But that being said, I'm going to sign off this account and I'm going to sign in to my backup account so that we could have 1 extra like. We are almost to 20 likes, everybody. We're at 18 likes. Oh, let me finalize that list. So that's finalized. We're just going to go with this, I guess. Honestly, it probably doesn't matter all that much. I mean, it matters for the sake of, having the right movies on the list. But I also am so confident that Big Hero 6 or Batman is going to win that it probably doesn't matter a whole lot if we switch a few others. Set the end date. We will set it for what is today? The 7. I'll do it for the 12th. So I could do it on a Saturday, and I'll end it at 11:45 a.m. And there's multiple choices. View post as a member. I think that's all I need to do. I always feel like I'm missing something. 12, 11:45. And everyone could... Oh, on the next page, it'll probably tell me. I always let everyone vote on these. Paid members... Well, yeah, you have to be a paid member to see it. Publish. All right, the list is out there. New vote. Everybody vote. Vote for whatever you want. If you're on Patreon, there's the list. All right. Out of there. And here we are. So everyone's good and ready. We're going to do a shot for Val Kilmer. I'm not going to do too many shots. Yesterday, I started running for the first time. I told you guys how I was very delayed from St. Patrick's Day on getting back into shape. I went running yesterday. I did like 3.5 miles. My legs feel like rubber and I want to die. So I have been drinking less because of that. I didn't drink for like the last 2 or 3 days. Ran yesterday and I feel very good, but I also feel sore as hell. Where's H.O. House of the Dragon? Oh, when's House of the Dragon back? I think I read that House of the Dragon doesn't come out till... We're going to look right now. But I'm pretty sure I read that House of the Dragon doesn't come out... House of the Dragon doesn't come out till 2026, I think. Will there be... On March 31st, HBO announced the news along with a video, that there will be a season 3 in 2026. Doesn't that suck, Sean M? 2026. I'm pretty sure I had known that already, but they just announced on March 31st. It is confirmed. We have pretty much an entire year. My guess it comes out around March of 2026 for them to have announced it at the end of March. So my guess is we have roughly a year, maybe a little shy of a year. House of the Dragon, I just rewatched all of Game of Thrones. I was going to suggest it to the girl as my pick, but she's like, I've seen Game of Thrones multiple times. She was like, I watch Game of Thrones, which is obviously a plus if you have somebody you're dating that like is very into Game of Thrones. She hadn't seen House of the Dragon though, so I should totally make her see House of the Dragon. But that being said, there is, well here, for Val Kilmer, we have to take a shot. I don't know where I put the shot glass, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour it in a solo cup. Hey, totally apropos of nothing, but I'm going to Sleepy Hollow soon. Are you talking about you're going to bed? I don't know if you mean you're going to bed, and that's a keyword. There is a shot for Val Kilmer, pouring some vodka, make a whiskey drink and a vodka drink. The funny thing is, this is literally a whiskey drink. This right here is a whiskey drink that I already poured to the brim. And here is a vodka drink. Did you get a new chick? Sean M, oh, that's right. Sean M hasn't been here in a while. About a month and a half ago, one of my, like, I don't know what you call it because we never actually dated, but it was kind of like a girlfriend from high school hit me up like a month and a half ago that I hadn't seen in 25 years. She had gotten married. She was married for like 21 years. And she hit me up like a month and a half ago and was like, hey, I got divorced. Do you want to hang out? And I was like, sure. And then ever since we've been hanging out. So that was probably right around the last time I saw you. And we're taking the shot. So just to fill everybody in, let me honestly, what I'm going to do real quick, even though I'm very much procrastinating at this point. Well, I'm not really procrastinating. I'm just wasting time. Marion Ravenwood would want to be part of the shot. She was the one that first told me about Val Kilmer. On the live stream. I'm texting her, shots for Val Kilmer. You got 2 minutes. That's what I told her. Shots for Val Kilmer on the live stream. But she is the first one that told me. Marion Ravenwood, we always kind of like inform each other of stuff like that, movie news and stuff. And immediately she told me Val Kilmer is dead. I said that horribly. Oh. I forgot she's at work. I totally forgot. She's like, she literally immediately wrote back, can't take a shot with you right now. My boss is in the room with me with a sad face crying. I totally forgot that she started that new job because like that was like a couple weeks ago. Totally forgot she's not able to do shots with us. That she gets out of work at 8 p.m. It's 5 p.m. our time, well, my time. 5 p.m. my time, but 8 p.m. her time. She is still at work for another hour and 40 minutes. So, cheers. R.I.P. to the great Val Kilmer. He was in many movies throughout my entire life. I adored all of them. I would have to say, everybody in the chat right now, which is your favorite Val Kilmer? I would honestly, without thinking too much about it, say mine would probably be Doc Holliday from Tombstone. I'm pretty sure Doc Holliday from Tombstone is my go-to Val Kilmer greatness. I mean, he's been in many other good things as well. But I would like, just without thinking too much about it, I immediately go to Tombstone and Doc Holliday. So in the chat, in honor of Val Kilmer, tell me what your favorite is. Mad Mardigan, great one. Willow, fantastic. See, like, ones I don't think of. Like, Mad Mardigan wouldn't even have come to my mind for a very long time. Just because he's been in so many things. Like, Willow is, like, not one of the first things that comes to mind. But Heat, another great one. He was phenomenal in Heat. Probably wouldn't have thought of that one until a while, too. Because when I think of Heat, I think more Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Like, there was such an all-star cast. Val Kilmer would probably be number 3 that would come up in my head. But when I think Heat, I immediately think Al Pacino. Because she got a great ass. That's the first thing I think of whenever I think of Heat. Is Al Pacino and that line. But cheers to the great Val Kilmer. The Doors, that was what Michelle said. Marion Ravenwood said one of her all-time favorites was when he did The Doors. So I wouldn't have thought of that one myself, but she put it in my head because that was her pick. So it's Tombstone all day. Yeah, like even though all those are iconic in my mind, it's like whenever I picture Val Kilmer, I just picture I'll Be Your Huckleberry and Doc Holliday. It's just like stuck forever. Even I love the Kevin Costner Wyatt Earp movie. And even that, like, I can't... and Dennis Quaid played a great Doc Holliday. Dennis Quaid played Doc Holliday in the Wyatt Earp movie with Kevin Costner. Phenomenal. But compared to Val Kilmer, it, like, doesn't even hold a candle to it in my mind. It was a different kind of Doc Holliday, I feel like. He was like, Val Kilmer was like the epitome of badassery, where Dennis Quaid was just like a phenomenal actor and did his job. It was just like totally different. That being said, let's get rolling because it's almost 6:30. We only have an hour and 25 minutes because it is 2:35. Well, an hour and 20 minutes. 2:35 is when the content ends. And then there is 15 minutes of outro. So we have an hour and 20 minutes. If we get close, we'll watch the outro and we'll line up the next little bit, the little ditty after that. So I will see what happens from there. But everybody, like and subscribe. Top Gun, yeah, that was the Top Gun was the second one that comes to mind. But I was never a fan of Top Gun. Not that he didn't do great, and he was phenomenal in Top Gun 2, Maverick. But I was never a big Top Gun fan. Top Gun 2 I thought was phenomenal. But he was like in it so little that I didn't think like he wasn't like, again, he wasn't like the first thing that came to my mind. He was phenomenal at what he did, but he just wasn't in it a whole lot. So anywho, clock being set, I will put it right here between their heads. I gotta lower the black bar a little. Where is it? There it is. Boop. There we go. Perfectly aligned, so Travis's tall body is always out of the shot. Here we go, everybody. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's very hard to know that it's dark in there.
Should we just light it up and see what's
Light it
happening?
up.
Light it up. Oh, by the
Light
way,
the party.
I just thought of this
Hey,
now.
Tiberius.
Yes?
I randomly caught a part of Critical Role last night. I saw it was
at this point to close that one
Sam
eye,
as
so
a
you'll be sitting
counselor,
this way.
and it was
There you go, that's
Brennan and a one-shot type of deal going on. So I
You
clicked
fire
on
the
real
arrow
quick,
into the,
and I
the
saw that
depth
it
of
was
this
Bo and
cavern
Yasha.
before the light
I didn't
spell
watch.
distance wears off,
I
or
literally
inward
watched
and
like
hits the back
3
wall,
minutes
which
of it,
wears off.
not even.
Looking inside,
But I literally saw
the
Bo
far
and
wall, it all
Yasha
looks
were in
like a natural cavern interior.
the episode last night.
The light is the same glowing white light that you're used to.
And it was the camp. It was
Once
the
it enters
camp,
the deep part of the cave, the light almost gets a purplish
which
hue
I'm
towards
assuming
nothing.
that means that Sam was not,
Doesn't seem
or
very good.
Veth.
Wait, the light. It's a purplish hue.
Because for
Yeah,
it
the
to be
white
Bo
light
and Yasha, and I know that Veth
purple and then
like opened the
It's
camp, I'm assuming there was more to it.
18. Like, check for any.
It's a 4-shot.
Nasty magic.
Yeah, I didn't
This
watch
isn't
enough.
part
Like
of
you
the
could see,
technical
I'm
source, you
totally
don't sense
in the
anything
dark
directly,
on
and
what
you're
exactly
listening
was
to
going
like
on.
50
But
rotate,
I
like a
definitely
true,
saw that Marisha was
the
playing
true assessment
Bo
of the magical source.
and Ashley was playing Yasha, and I got very excited. And then I was like, I probably
You
shouldn't
attach
watch
the
this.
now too?
But then I thought
So
it
my
probably
stealth
wouldn't
is at-
hurt.
So my stealth is at a 41. Jeez.
Okay.
I was like, it probably wouldn't hurt because I've already finished campaign 2. But then I wasn't sure and I didn't want to ruin anything.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
Sam is DMing it, and Sam was a lot of people.
Me and I'm at a 41 stealth, and if we stay on the beach, we're in view of the.
Didn't catch it, but his real life, clever. His real life sister was in it. Sam was doing double duty as GM and as Veth. Okay.
Put some daylight in there?
Tiberius, my dagger.
I saw there was people I didn't recognize. So
Are you sure? That means that thing will be
one of the girls, there was 1 or 2 girls.
Yes,
I remember Bo and Yasha. There was a dude I didn't recognize, and then I think 2 girls I didn't
That's
recognize.
who a lot of these guys. You can walk.
Okay, so we all do.
Like, evil
And Brendan
gods
was there. Brendan was there.
Is it bad, like, with
Throw some,
Yeah,
just
like
light a fire.
But everybody like, if you didn't like,
Non-magic.
yeah, his real sister. So far, it's spoiler free, but let you know once it's over. Yeah, I was like, I honestly was doing other things. It kind of just flashed on my screen that it was live last night, and I saw Sam in the counselor outfit.
Tiberius's flame breath.
And honestly, the
coalesces
reason I
and
clicked
begins
on
to
it
ignite the tip
was
of the torch
because
as drawing
Marisha
off.
was
And
in
you
like
see it hits the bar
aerobic
in the
type
cavern,
gear, and I'm
topples
like,
the ground.
I
The
need to
fire
click
itself,
this
the
and
bright
find
red
out
burning
exactly what is
as it
going
comes to
on.
rest, takes on once again.
What do I see?
It also
Is
looked like
purple shade.
The
Marisha
half elves in the
has been like working out. She definitely looked like she put on
you've seen
like
nothing
size, but like
in
muscle.
particular,
Like
you
looked
catch
like
up
she
what looks almost
put on like
small
muscle.
whiffs of almost
She
like a
she didn't look
mist or a
like
fog.
right here. Like
It's
she's
kinda like
she's a very skinny girl. You know, nothing wrong with it. She's very beautiful as well, but she's very skinny.
Almost like there's this
In the
perpetually
when I saw last night,
materializing
she looked like she had like bulked
tufts
up,
of
like
small cloud
like
or smoke.
work out, like good weight.
Forget this cave.
I thought it was
Can
interesting.
you do that thing you do where you make the beach look like an empty beach or something other than it is? Can we camp on the beach instead of
And can
going
you, like,
to
just
that?
block off
I
the
can.
cave so they can't
Let's
come out?
do that.
Let's do that.
I'm tired.
Eden is Sam's sister's name. Sam's sister
is like
is at Michael New Crush. Eden is at Michael New Crush. Yes, the lovely award-winning Eden Regal. Is she from anything I know? I'm assuming she was the darker-haired
You
girl,
can attempt to, yeah.
because I remember there was.
Okay.
Honestly,
So,
I don't
as you
remember what
sit
the
up
other
to the
girl
mouth of
looked
the
like,
cave,
but there was a
you kind of look where
darker-haired
the
girl
torchlight
under
is, you Go ahead
Marisha
and cast a spell magic.
that I could totally
As
see being
you
Sam
formulate your divine
Regal's
energy,
sister.
grasping onto your
Just
symbol of
like-
Saren Ray around your neck.
like from what I'm
You
remembering,
see this kind of strange
looked similar,
pulsing shimmer
and the
of
dark
divine
hair.
energy that clears out the area. The purplish.
We are almost
hue
to
light
25 likes, by the way.
Vanishes. And
We
the
are
light becomes a natural
3
torchlight
likes
for a
away,
moment.
I
All the
think.
whiffs of smoke vanish.
I'm gonna reset
And
this.
slowly filter back into the space.
We right now are 3 likes away from halfway to 50. Everybody, like if you have not.
Yeah,
If only we had someone who could go under the ground and be one with the earth and just sort of pop up
If
in there.
only we had someone that was one with the earth. Minty, Marisha started boxing. She did a celebrity boxing match. I mean, she looked good. She looked good. Definitely looked like she put on some size, but like I said, like good size. Like looked like she
It's hard to
bulked
tell.
up,
You can't see the
muscular.
entire cavern from this
She had a
distance.
nice,
The cavern opens up
like
and then
glow
curves
to
around
her.
the
I
portion
was
you can't see
I
them
like was
during
like,
this.
damn, Marisha looks pretty damn good. I mean, she always looks good.
Right. We don't need to.
The point
whack
is,
every problem over there.
she looked different.
We have something far more
And she looked
important than
good.
Than whatever's in
Just
there.
different than I'm used
Right,
to.
Lady Kima?
Right. I suggest.
I'm always used to very, very
answers.
skinny Marisha.
I think
Which
we have
isn't
a
bad
specific
either.
Goal
It was
at
just
this point in
different.
time, and who knows what dangers or terrors roam these tunnels aside from our specific directional choice at this moment.
The only question is, do we want to try to?
I want
rest
to see
here
someone
under
say
some
either
sort of illusion, or do we
wacky,
go to the
wacky,
island? We can see.
wacky, or arise.
We take shifts. This is an island. It should be fine.
Where are Vox Machina right now? I haven't been paying full attention. I keep skipping bits for weeks. My brain just hasn't been with it. Wildmount Wildlings. How do you spell it?
What if there's something in this?
I feel like you're close, if not correct. You're either very close or off by a letter, but I think that looks correct to
And
me.
then you'll rest.
How about this?
Somebody fill in
How about it?
star with exactly what is going on right now.
Hello.
And because we've had a short rest. Yes, I know. I think this is the first time I've said this ever. Well, maybe I'll try what Scanlan says, and I'll turn into a rock elemental and just
Rock elemental. I love when we do the elementals. Oh, there, the E. That's what I was thinking. I said I think you're one letter off.
Okay.
All right.
It was the
we'll
E.
be ready to attack on the
In
outside.
wildlings.
Okay.
In my head, I'm
Yeah,
like,
let's go.
that's
This is a terrible
wildlings.
plan. I think it's a great
Wild.
idea.
Well, it could have been that too. That's literally what I wasn't sure
I
of.
see.
I wasn't sure of the E in wildlings, and that was the only
You often gather
mistake.
yourself around the exterior of the cave. You get into defensive positions and prepare.
Can I ask one quick question before we go? Regardless of what happens, if there is something shitty in here or not, are we camping here afterward?
Yes.
Yes.
For sure? Alright,
Yes.
then I click my boots of haste.
Clicking my boots of
I'm gonna
haste.
go ahead and cast enhance.
About to
ability
meet
on myself.
Cavern. Yeah,
I'll
that's
do that
about sums it up.
myself.
Last episode was Yug'voril. Yug'voril.
Extra wisdom.
Yug'voril. I never know how to pronounce it.
I want to be a
But it was
perceptive
Yug'voril,
bastard while I'm in there.
Keyleth
Uncovered.
transforms herself into her
and this is
elemental
Revealed.
That's what
This
Rob said.
episode. Kavern Revealed.
I'm gonna-
At some
I'm just gonna
point in the next
inspire
hour,
her with a little, like,
Kavern is going to show
like a little
his
dolphin
horny
dance or
face. Literally his horny face.
whatever that is. I don't know. I'm just gonna.
It's hard to explain why. But
Anything
his
else this
shimmy
week to
is
take a
slightly
cheers for?
inspiring.
Awesome,
Learn
thanks.
something about
That's
yourself
what I
today
was
that you
worried
hope
about
nobody
missing.
else wants to bring up in conversation.
Not because of Kavern.
You get a D10 inspiration.
About to meet
As soon as I
Kavern.
see- as soon as I see,
Pretty much that sums it up. I could have just said that.
Go invisible.
Okay.
That definitely sums it up, being as it
so
is
as
also
you
the
guys all
title
move
of the
to your defensive
episode.
positions,
We're gonna have a cheers. Michael, let me know if
going
there's
straight
anybody
through,
else
or
I'm
you
supposed to
going
be
beneath, above?
shouting out or cheersing. By the way, Minty. Who is Minty? Minty, are you new? Because you get a shout out and a cheers and a shot. And also, Lana Del Rey Supremacy. Excited for the finale of Yellow Jackets Season 3 next week? Very much. Lana Del Rey Supremacy. I just finished watching episode 9.
Awkward Earth Elemental.
I
exit ever.
was frustrated and furious, but I feel like most people would have been.
I think it's the funniest thing I've ever.
Those of you who are not watching Yellow Jackets, it's one of the greatest shows ever.
Frogs, loud laughter,
Frustrates the living
billows.
crap out of me, and I want to murder half the girls on the show. But that makes a good show, in my
Your
opinion.
tremor sense to
So,
determine
Lana
where
Del
the-
Rey,
the top of this
Supremacy.
tower would be, and
If
you
Minty
poke
is
your
still
head
here,
through
shout out Minty.
the floor.
But
Looking into
Lana
this,
Del
you can
Rey,
see now
for the
there are
comment,
portions
you
of
get
this cavern
the
where it
first
looks like
swig
elements
of
the
my
mithril
whiskey
veins
drink.
that you
This is
saw
my
at
whiskey drink,
the
and this is my
subterranean
vodka
Kraghammer
drink.
Mines were currently
But
pulling from.
right now we're going to finish
Seems
the
to now
whiskey
spread
drink. So
down into this
cheers
cavern network. There are
to the
small
great
kind of veins that kind of trickle through
Lana
the
Del
rock
Rey
in this cavern
Supremacy.
of mithril. You also look up and make a perception check.
With advantage, right? Because
Oh my god, that's so cool.
that's a good.
I got a library
Well,
card.
I'll
The
take
trailer
that
for
one.
Wicked for Good should be public soon. It was revealed at a con this week. You're gonna react. Is that the sequel? I'm assuming that's the sequel
The
to
firelight
Wicked.
kind of still trickling through. Although you have
For a second, I was like, "What is Wicked for Good?"
you look about the room and you can
Yeah,
see
I'm new, and you wave. Minty, I'm waving back.
there is
Lana Del
just a
Rey
strange
Supremacy.
energy
Woo, I
about the
hate
room. There's
whiskey.
something about this
Though
room
first
that
drink I ever
feels
drunk.
similar to when you encountered
Though the first drink I ever
frost
drunk and
flame
had the
during
worst
first
hangover
Western
ever.
Winter's Veil encounter.
Never
There's
touched
a form
whiskey
type of energy that
since.
seems to be
Gods
brought
and
to being whenever
monsters
you've caught a
to
mind
star.
flare shifting
So Lana Del Rey
and
Supremacy,
vamping out of
happy to
these
have
kind
you
of
in the
images.
chat.
There's something about this
I
room
will
that
definitely be
seems like it's
reacting.
crossing
I
over
will be
or has a
doing
thin barrier with some other
the finale of Yellow
things.
Jackets at midnight next week. This week I had a
Don't see
doctor's
particular
appointment with my
doorway,
father
but it just
early.
feels like this is-
I had
there's-
things to
there's
do,
a
so I
very
got it out
thin
late.
veil here, and what
Next
as you
week,
kind of focus more on the
I will
vicinity,
have the
you can see
finale
what looks
out
like little bits
probably
of
around
energy that
1,
leak
1:30.
through.
I'm going to watch
That
it at
mist you were
midnight.
seeing
By the
seems
time
to
I
be
edit it up,
elements
it'll
where the
probably be
actual
like
reality
1:30,
of
2
this
o'clock.
room is warping
Maybe later.
temporarily and
But I will get that out
Stargate.
ASAP next week. Finale of season
Can
3
I take a
Yellow
little,
Jackets.
Like,
Minty,
piece of rock?
Minty, do you prefer a
Just
whiskey
kind
drink
of
or a
chuck it
vodka
in,
drink?
toss
Because
it
you
up.
get the next shot.
You take it and you throw it up. It arcs across, hits the other side of the room, and clatters to the ground. As it clatters to the ground, you suddenly see, lightning quick, 5 of these
Terrific.
large, fast-moving, slithering
We got
weird
creatures.
all of a sudden that were up against the wall and nigh visible
Large
at this point,
slithering
striking
creatures.
the
How
rock and seem to
lovely.
almost
Oh,
start
I never
fighting
put the
each other
clock
for
back
wherever
up.
that movement was.
What a
You see
bastard
them,
I
they're
am.
large, kind of bluish and purple
Clock.
color.
Sorry
with
about that,
chips in its
everybody.
form.
It only
These
took me
sharp beaks.
10
and it
minutes
looks
to
like
notice.
4 tentacles that kind of wrap out from the face.
What? What?
That's familiar.
Maybe they're
Make it-
friendly.
make it-
Maybe there are buddies.
No, this would be.
Yeah, it was exactly 10 minutes till I realized we had no clock up. Everybody like and subscribe. As soon as Minty tells me if they want a whiskey drink or a vodka drink, we're going to do another shot. Because that is the rule. And I love new family members. Lana Del Rey and Minty, I hope
Wait.
you continue to join us. We do this every week at 5:45.
Is it, Arcana is intellect, though. It's not wisdom, is it?
I used Scanlan's die.
Oh, you did? Oh, I see.
Scanlan's die.
The best, you're unable to really make out more than you've heard of creatures like this. Like most aberrations and creatures that seem to bleed over from different planes of existence, this one
Took
is
us
not
just as
an
long to notice
aberration
the
in
clock.
form. This is just.
I guess no one mentioned it. I just assumed someone did, and I was
It's known as a
not
grid.
reading the comment. So we are all on the same
essentially it
page.
looks
It's nice to know
like
we are all equally not paying attention. Look at it. Look at it. We got a picture. I don't drink alcohol,
Automatically don't.
but I go with whiskey.
and as they all take a moment
I
to realize that whatever they were fighting
concur.
over is not
I
living,
concur.
not moving. They
To the
kiss
great
each
Minty,
other and
Minty, you don't have to drink.
slowly
A lot of
find
people
other
don't.
alcoves and you now
I,
see a
however,
small
do. Ninja Master
caves that are dug into
will
the
join
rock
us.
nearby.
Colvin and Shane
Something
Barron
draws
and
them to
everybody.
this room,
A lot of us
as any natural
have
space with this type of strange
drinkies
fluctuating energy
and
would do
smokies
so.
and have
But
some
they're not necessarily
milk and
bleeding
cookies.
from the other.
Enjoy your milk and cookies if you want.
They come from this
But
point.
cheers
Seems to be,
to
yeah.
Minty
They're not-
joining us
they're
in
not too weird.
the live stream for the first time, I believe it was.
I
The
mean,
first
they're
time.
like, you
But
know,
cheers to Minty.
Weird, but they're not too
Beak worms with tentacles, but they're
Yeah,
not too.
yeah, you've seen it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not wearing sombreros,
I
right?
take my.
So what are you doing, Keyleth? Are you staying in there?
I should go get my
No,
drink.
I'm
Be
just
right
gonna-
back. Star getting the
gonna
drink.
see past
Pissing
it
the
now.
night away.
Okay.
Pissing the night
I'm gonna take the
away.
stairs.
What is that from? What am I thinking of Star? Pissing the night away.
After a few moments, Keyleth reappears.
I know that's
And her-
from something specific in my mind, and I'm blanking out. I don't drink either. Hiccup, burp, fart. Sean M, 100% correct. Sean, what do you prefer? I am pretty sure Sean would prefer a whiskey drink over a vodka drink.
It is pretty funny.
But Sean M, you get the next one because I haven't seen you in a bit. So you are next on deck unless someone new comes in.
1 second, as you do
Sean
that,
M,
you
next
realize
on deck.
that
Whiskey drink or a
laughter is
vodka
often
drink?
Very audible.
I'm not an elemental.
I'm not an elemental
As-
anymore.
as you
We're
start
almost
laughing,
halfway to 50, everybody. Like
revert
the
back to
video if you
elemental
have
form.
not.
Go
Okay.
Wait, what did you see, Keyleth?
Wait, is she back?
Yeah.
Yes.
The elemental form is back, and she's now back in
We're
the
all
queue.
laughing like hell on the beach.
I'm not.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I was literally singing the song. I am an idiot. I should immediately, LOL, I should immediately be forced to drink my whole drink for subordination. I'm literally singing the song to you guys and just repeated it again. And then I go, what is pissing the night away from? I know it's from a song. That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke. I am a moron. And I totally suck. But at least it was good for comic relief, I guess.
They're like bears.
Sorry, everybody. Jay is a little slow to the jump.
Yeah, they're super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sings the song.
Yeah, man, I studied the Underdog. Come on.
Yeah. He sings the songs to remind him of the good. Oh no, we're singing the rest of the song. I thought you were saying I sing the song and referencing on the fact that I forgot. But he sings the songs to remind him of the good times. How funny is it that the song is also about reminding of things? And I'm like, what is that pissing the night away from? So the song itself talks of reminding of things, and I couldn't remember the line of the song that I just sung. So there's multiple reasons why I should be immediately be expelled from school. Chub Awubba, Chub Tub Thompin, Chumbawamba, Chumbawamba. Us 90s tweens are gonna be singing that all night now. He takes a whiskey drink, he takes a vodka drink, he takes a lager drink, he takes a cider drink.
Maybe.
See, is it I always thought it was a cider drink. You're saying a side drink takes a side. a slide
if we take
drink.
A few minutes
I don't know
and,
if that's
take another breather because,
incorrect
you know,
spelling. I always thought it was a lager drink. He takes a cider drink, like CIDER, like cider. Have I been wrong my whole
I think
life?
it's a good idea. Percy.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't even bet on it, because you might be right. But I always thought it was a lager drink and a cider drink.
Hold magical properties.
You guys let me know.
Not the slightest clue how to do that.
Do chat amongst yourselves.
One of the glass, one of my poses, what do you call those things?
I think it's one bourbon. Oh, that's one of my favorite. One of my favorite. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Well, I ain't seen my lady since the night before last. That's a phenomenal song.
Tipper Hood. do you have any
Chris
fireballs
Stapleton.
left in
It was originally done by.
T-Money, what do you think?
Was it George Thorogood? Who was the first one that ever sang one bourbon, one scotch, one beer? It might have been George. Am I thinking of the right person? It might have been George Thorogood.
Do you have counterspell? You don't have counterspell.
Alright, go ahead.
Because I've been hearing that song since I was a wee lad,
Go roll your counterspell roll. So roll.
and my papa used to play it all the time. And I'm pretty sure it was George Thorogood.
It's a level 3.
It is like an 8-minute song. If you play that song, it is like 7 or 8 minutes long.
And I don't.
And when I was first started drinking, oh, we got someone new subscribing for the first time. Diego David DaCosta. Are you in the chat? It could just be from a video, but if you're in the chat,
Well,
shout me
I
out.
rolled pitifully, so it probably doesn't matter.
and I will take a drink in your honor, my
No,
friend.
it's 120 feet range.
But yeah, when I first started drinking, I thought it was so cool.
I'm going to drink.
I'd go to a bar and go, could I have one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer? Like, I would literally do it, but I would be like, could I have a shot of bourbon? I wouldn't say it like the song. I would go, could I have a shot of bourbon, a shot of scotch, and a beer? And I thought I was slick. And I'm sure the bartenders immediately were like, oh, we got one of those guys that thinks I don't understand what he's doing, and he's drinking for the first time. And I would tell all my friends, I'd be like, look, it's like the song.
We have a bomb.
And then I'd get drunk like immediately because it was way too much alcohol for someone that started drinking for the first time.
Partially,
Now,
in the form of
I pretty much just have the
deities,
equivalent to that in
weapon
the
of
first
choice
3
or preference,
cheers
it's
in the
mainly
first
melee
10
weapons.
minutes of the
He doesn't
video.
too
And I'm
intricate.
totally
Not making a holy
fine.
hand grenade.
We already have a bomb.
I have a bomb.
In, they attack it, it blows them up.
I have a bomb.
Just fucking blow.
You don't want to say that in public. I have a bomb.
Is if you could fashion such a thing.
We have just hit 25 likes, by the way, everybody. On my count, we're at 25 likes. We are halfway to 50. Halfway to 50. We are 1 minute away from the hour countdown.
Fireball in it.
1 minute
No,
away.
it's delayed blast
Hour
fireball, which is a high
countdown.
level spell.
Okay.
We need 25 more likes. Let's make it happen. I think you're right, George Thorogood. I'm not even a big music guy, but certain songs like that was like one my dad used to play a lot. My brother too. My brother was big with that song. My brother's older. Hey Jay, can you guess what the first music album I ever asked for was? That wasn't a musical of some kind, of course. I will think of it. Everyone's saying focus. People are saying focus. I'll think about it, Star.
Saddlebag bomb. I'm not trying to get
Star,
it.
you are around my age, correct?
We just need to throw it into the
Maybe a little
cave.
younger. I just want to get a reference. I know you tell me all the time. Everyone always does. I just have a horrible memory, and I want to make sure my guess is accurate. I feel like you're around my age.
So the bomb that was constructed ages ago by Percy, originally intended to put on a summoned pony, as
The summoned
now it's
pony.
finally being used. Tiberius, you approach the edge of the cavern. Go ahead
Is
and make a stealth
Orion
check.
trying to make some crazy shit?
How do we
Star is my age.
light it.
All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna think
what check?
about the first album
Stealth check.
you ever got or you ever asked for.
I'm still invisible.
Right, so you have
Not
advantage of that.
musical.
And you
All right, here goes Orion. Is Orion about to pull shenanigans?
Invisibility and telekinesis are both concentration spells. You would lose your invisibility to cast
All right.
telekinesis.
Well, 21
A 21
10?
total. Not
is what I rolled.
the first roll.
Yes.
Okay.
Plus
all right.
10.
Plus 10 from
Plus 10 for her.
Vex.
I rolled 13 the second time.
Okay, gotcha. So as you make your way up to the edge of the cavern,
Is he up to shenanigans? Because
you
I
guide the bomb towards
will
the
honestly
back,
say I didn't
and
watch
you
him the whole
lob it
time.
towards the far end. This kind
Let
of
me know
large,
if
awkward saddle
Orion's up to
style
shenanigans.
construct of Percy's design made of leather, metal bands.
He did look guilty. Like
he sees the
Orion
back
just always
wall.
looks guilty.
As soon as I let go, I cast invisibility on myself again,
Okay.
and that's well. I'm gonna wait. What happens?
Okay.
Let's find
The
out.
bomb hits the wall. hits the ground, tumbles for a second, kind of awkwardly slumps over on itself, at which point, in a blur of motion, this strange hissing sound, a bunch of momentum hits the room, and you see all these creatures begin attacking.
As soon as I hear that noise, fireball.
Okay, you aim down, you release the point.
What's the point of the bomb?
The
I love
fireball
Laura goes.
impacts the far end of the wall where the cluster of these strange worm creatures are. It explodes with a loud, blasting, echoing explosion.
Laura's
sound.
like, what is the point of us using
Hold
the
your ears,
bomb?
Go ahead and roll damage on that.
I take my shield.
I mean, in all honesty, I don't want to defend in any way Orion because he frustrates me. But fireballing and then a bomb, what if they're like extremely strong?
7 spells right now.
You might need excessive damage. I feel like a fireball and then a bomb erupting would also accentuate the positive,
Once we finish this
eliminate
map,
the
this
negative.
explosion is gonna be really cool.
Tune in
32.
to the affirmative, the
points
family
damage?
channel. Yes, indeed.
That blast open. Percy, go ahead and roll 4d6 points of damage from the actual bomb as the fireball detonates the saddlebag simultaneously with the explosion of the fireball.
All right.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
We may have
All right,
missed
great.
it.
So, simultaneously, you guys.
I let me know
the actual,
if there
you
was
feel the
something.
Sand shift and move, and some part of the beach, kind of some of the gravel moves and kind of rocks a little bit. Smoke comes black, pitch black smoke comes pouring out of the cavern. You kind of have to like guide yourself. As the smoke slowly clears, you kind of
Happy
in
New
there, you
Year!
can see there
Happy
are
New Year!
bits
It
and
seems
pieces and chunks
to try
of
two big,
brick
big,
matter
flashy
across the
Final
wall
Fantasy
on the
type
inside
shit.
of the cavern, with some gaping half bodies of these creatures just kind of torn open from the explosion.
So they got blown
There is
to
nothing
pieces.
living and nothing moving from what you can see.
All right, back to Star's question.
The occasional.
Mike Christensen was very fair to Orion shenanigans when he covered the situations involving him. I liked it. It was genuinely kind and fair.
It was a good
I'm
bomb.
gonna say,
Very good.
Thank you for
Star.
practicing it for me. What do I owe you?
Your life.
first album you ever asked for.
Glancing through,
I'm gonna just
see the small
throw it out there.
Kind of house themselves in
You're-
as kind of a defensive position.
It's probably
These
an
creatures are not
80s
hunters, they're
thing.
more
Let me know that,
they
Star.
fight in
Being
packs
as
and to
if
find
you're
their way
around
in.
my
This
age,
tunnel was
the
definitely a
first
place
album
they
I
do
ever
that to
asked
keep
for and
fed.
received
However,
was from the 80s.
this tunnel appears to be empty.
So I just want to know, because you might have waited longer to ask for music, you might have done it sooner than I, but I'm thinking it's got to be
Is
80s.
there anything that can come through the portal?
I have an idea, everyone.
Is there a port for it before you?
It's more of just
before we
an
make
energy.
plans. Is there?
I
a
remember
portal or something?
I had all the Back to the Future soundtracks on cassette tape. Me and my brother were obsessed with Back to the Future,
As you take a moment,
and we had a
decide
lot
manipulations
of
it,
movie
there is no
soundtracks
portal.
in
There
general.
is no doorway,
Batman,
there's no
Back to
tear,
the
there's
Future.
just a very
So I had a
thin
lot
veil
of
between this
80s
plane
movie
and another.
soundtracks on
You're
cassette
unable to
tape
really
before
ascertain the
CD was even a
nature of
thing.
What this energy coming through, but you can
Album,
see there
you
is
might be
these
meaning
strange
actual album,
warps
like a
in
record
reality. As you
album.
walk into this room,
It
you
was
put your
somewhere
hands, of
around
course, like your fingers kind of
mid-90s,
bend
if that
and go back
helps,
and
and the
forth.
music
As you
was
look at
new
people's
at the
faces,
time.
They kind of twist and shift and then go back. You don't know if it's just a purely visual
I
thing. The matter itself is actually twisting. But
am
it's
gonna
very
go
discombobulating being in this room for an extended period.
Clarota,
With
looking at him.
either something Madonna
Clarota, as he kind of enters
or
behind you
Ace of
guys, his hands
Base.
together,
Those are
but-
my guesses off the top of my head. Ace of Base or something Madonna. That's my guesses to start. I was keeping it relevant.
Stepped into the cavern. Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say earlier.
Okay. Tiberius. What?
Me,
Oh.
Clota.
Uh,
I do Clota.
Look at Travis. Look at
Tentacles
Travis.
kind of writhe around Clarota's maw.
Look at Travis. Travis is shaking his head. Am I wrong? Ace of Base is so fire. That was one of the first CD albums I can remember my brother wanting to get around the mid 90s. It was around the mid 90s because I couldn't even drive yet, and I got my driver's license in '99.
Far realm?
Yes.
So it was around 96, 97. My brother got The Sign by Ace of Base. That's why I was thinking Ace of Base.
Not to do that.
Nope, wrong. And I just double checked. It was 95. Yeah, see, Ace of Base was around 97.
Clarota, is this a possible thing that we should maybe shut down?
Am I wrong
send
that Travis
his allies
was?
through here?
It looks like people are already starting to get annoyed, if they haven't been already, of Orion.
It's how they overlap.
Is it safe to be near it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. As he sounds like he's been smoking for 500 years.
You're rather loud. I'm afraid things might be drawn to this beach.
Could this
after
veil?
We could keep watch and kind of.
I don't need to rest.
Could this veil exist in sunlight?
Alanis, oh, that's a good one. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. That is a good one. Was that it? Oh, that is the answer? Love Alanis. I wanted one hand in my pocket so bad. I got one hand in my pocket and the other one's giving a peace
At least
sign.
wall it off on our way out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 100 different versions or verses you could say. I got that. That was I swear to God, Star, Jagged Little Pill. I got that album when it came out. That was definitely on my playlist.
Can't you, like,
In
use
my
your rock
rotating
ability and
5-disc CD
push all the
changer.
rocks down and close the cave off?
Definitely had Jagged Little Pill.
Time.
I think I got it for Christmas too, by the way. I don't know if it came out around that time, but I'm almost 100% sure I received Jagged Little Pill as a Christmas gift
20-25 feet.
We can
in 1995. I got that at the same time I got the soundtrack of Independence Day. I'm not even kidding. I specifically remember getting Jagged Little Pill and the soundtrack to the movie Independence Day because I loved the orchestral music
Yes.
of Independence Day.
Spill it, girls.
And I got both of those on CD at the same time. And I'm pretty sure it was
His
Christmas.
tentacles quiver as you call his name, and he kind of looks over at you with a curious.
It's showing
hungry
on
to be of
some
service
of their faces,
expression on
but
his
it's nowhere how
tentacled,
crazy you're
mind-flaying
gonna
face.
feel in a few episodes. Now, as for the very first CD I ever got, ever, and I picked it out, totally different genre,
Something in his image.
originally
or even
Not seen.
released in 96, or that's gotta be something else. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Oh, typos, yes.
After I was cast out of my colony.
Will Smith rapping about movies. He was in, was a whole vibe. 1993 was the first CD you ever got. 93. I'm bad with years in music. If it was movies, I could probably tell you.
It's just
93, isn't that Jurassic Park? I think 93 was Jurassic Park. Oh, watch it's that. It's the soundtrack to Jurassic Park. Because I had that on CD too. Jurassic Park soundtrack.
sort of like
Cheese it.
a single.
Men in Black. I definitely had Men in Black.
Sort of
Getting jiggy with it. Oh wait, wait.
black hole.
No. Getting jiggy with it wasn't Men in Black.
That
The good guys.
is what we're trying.
What was it? I'm trying to think of the song.
Surface.
I see.
That's the horn of Orc.
I can't remember the Men in Black song.
Oh, so that's not.
The horn
that
is-
Men on Black.
I don't know. I'm not a.
I'm trying to like in my head sing the song.
Excuse me. I reach into my pouch and I pull up the
The
skull
good
tusk.
guys dressed in black. Remember that, just in
I
case we ever
attempt to
face to
reach
face
my
and make
brothers around.
contact. The title held by me, MIB. You think you saw what
Seems
you
I'm a
did,
bit
but
of
you
a
did
pickle
not
with
see.
a
I think it was something like
creature
that.
can take
Men in
control
Black.
of
I have.
his
I'm pretty sure I have
mind
that soundtrack too.
and do nasty things. Goes by the name of Cavern, and the only thing I know about him is he has a black
Wild Wild West.
Please help.
Yeah.
Of Tiberius.
I put a little
Will Smith
cologne on the
sang a lot of his own movie music.
Smell it.
Yeah, but it makes
This
it
is
always a nice
correct.
gesture.
And
I don't know if I had the Wild Wild West soundtrack. I definitely have Men in Black.
Vanishes in front of you.
I had Bad Boys. I loved the Bad Boys soundtrack. I kid you not, I still to this day will listen to songs from the Bad Boys soundtrack. The original Bad Boys.
he could possibly help us.
There's like a reggae kind of song that I have on a playlist when I go running.
I like it.
I can't even remember who sings
Wait
it.
for him to respond. I'm gonna go ahead and start using all of my like stone shape and my. Yes, I'm gonna start.
Means what
bringing
you
it
think
down
you
the
saw
tunnel.
you did not see.
gonna
I
look on
must have said it a little different, I think.
Collapse
I remember the Wild Wild West song because of South Park. Yeah, I remember the Wild Wild West.
Primeval awareness and see if there's
I also
any
don't know if anyone
undead
knows.
or
Well, people know this
aberrations or
at this point. I
things
have to
that,
assume
are
the
around us
the
that
Men in
are
Black
slightly more
song
active.
And you have a long
was
distance
an
to
old
go.
song
You
called
take a moment to
"Sending You
concentrate,
Forget Me
not in
Nots."
your
If you
immediate
go look it
vicinity.
up,
You do
The Men in
sense that
Black
across the
theme
way
song that Will
on
Smith
that
sang
island,
was
there are
taken
hundreds
from
of
like a
operations.
70s song called Sending You Forget-Me-Nots, and it had the exact same
make out so
beat.
many details, you just
And
feel,
instead
you
of
sense the
we
presence,
are the
you
Men
see
in
clusters,
Black, it was
you see some
Sending
wandering the
You
outskirts of the island,
Forget-Me-Nots.
In the center of the
It was
island, you sense there
such
was
a
one
weird
very
take.
strong source
Like
of
if you
aberration
hear the original, it's so bizarre if you've never heard it
In the
before.
center. So, wait, I'm sensing, would that help you to know that Cavern is an aberration?
Whereas Wiki Wiki Wow, Wiki Wow Wow West, I'm pretty sure that was an original.
Strong energy of an aberration in the middle of town.
Aberration in the center.
And that's something that would have come out of this portal.
But cheers, this is to Sean M.
Rosa kinda gives
Sean
you
M.
glimpses.
We have 50 minutes left, everybody. 50 minutes left. We're halfway to 50. 50 minutes left. Halfway to 50. We need 25 more likes. I'm taking a swig for the great Sean M. Because we haven't seen Sean M in a while. So cheers to Sean M.
Any attention, Druid?
I was
He said,
taking.
"Pay attention, Druid."
He said, "Pay attention, Druid." Pay attention.
Go near Lady Kima and I start humming. I'm gonna cast suggestion on her.
Did Will do it, or did Jazzy Jeff do it? I love Jazzy Jeff. What is going on with Jazzy Jeff right now?
Check out Grog.
I always remember the thing I know Jazzy Jeff for the most is getting thrown out the front door of his house in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That is literally the most
I'll go over to the water.
iconic thing I can remember Jazzy Jeff for. As horrible as that sounds, I always remember him getting thrown out the front door
Kima, who's
of Will Smith's house by Uncle Phil,
is
to the point where there were episodes where Jazzy Jeff would throw himself out the front door. He wouldn't even wait for Uncle Phil. He'd just be like, "I got it. Don't waste your time." And he would throw himself out the front door.
No, I mean no disrespect when I say, toy with my mind again, and you'll find the business end of this hammer right up your rectum.
That is the part that I need for shitting on beds.
The answer is Garth Brooks in, oh my god, I would have never thought of that. I honestly, I know Garth Brooks songs, obviously. I don't think I've ever in my life owned anything of Garth Brooks. Nothing against him. I was just not into country growing up.
I apologize.
And even as I got older and I would listen to country, I don't think I've ever bought a country album ever. I used to go to
Thank you.
it was called the Colorado Cafe, where they would do line dancing. I would go 3 times a week, and it was nothing but country music
Next, let's go ahead and take a
and
quick
line
restroom break
dancing.
for the group.
Oh my god.
And we're breaking. We're taking a break, everybody.
Just play like 3 videos or so.
But yeah,
like
all
a
they would do is
back
line
and forth.
dancing and play country music, and I was all about it. I didn't mind it or anything, but I never bought a country album in my life, as far as I remember.
Happy 10th episode, Critical Role.
Happy 10th episode, cake.
Alduin and Arslan, the twins.
All right, so they came.
A happy 10th episode cake for all of us. Isn't that nice? We all get a piece, everybody. Slide your plates over. We're all gonna get a piece of cake right now.
So while you guys are on break, you get yourself some cake. But before we cut to the videos, I just want to remind everyone watching from the front page that we are like 140 shirts away.
He was saying we had to
from
sell
getting to
1,000.
1,000 shirts sold, and at 1,000, we will do a live Q&A after the show tonight.
Yep.
So we have an hour to sell 140 shirts.
1 hour.
Or a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
There's hoodies on there.
I still haven't ordered it. I need to get my hoodie.
Mail tees. So,
Well, you have till the break. Whoever didn't order their shirt or their hoodie, we have 1 hour. Go back in time.
So get a
I
t-shirt.
wonder if they did it.
And we're pretty close to, I think we're only like 40 subs away or something, Lucas.
Whoa.
From a tabletop giveaway.
All right. 36 subscribers away.
Sign a poster and
I feel like with
include
that kind of
shipping.
notification and an
If you're
hour
wondering why you
left,
should sub to this channel,
now I'm actually curious.
shows like this,
Maybe that's
and we
why
have
the
a lot of other
outro is so
programming,
long.
Like a live comic book show, cosplaying
really cool.
show. We have live music every Friday night. It's a good time, so you should sub.
I feel like that might be why the outro is so long. Maybe the outro is so long
5-minute break, guys. Make it quick. We'll see you back
because
here in 5 minutes.
they sold the shirts and got the giveaway. I'm gonna bank on that. Everybody subscribe to Enhance for Critters. They're the reason we get this lovely enhanced version of the episode. I commend Garth for giving it a go. I just never got around to it.
Guys, we're just
I mean, dude, learn to play. Dude, learn to play sex to play an instrument solo. I'm assuming you sex to play an instrument solo for one song he did. I'm assuming you meant the saxophone. I'm assuming you meant the saxophone.
We'll take it.
Don't do that.
Out of country between
Right,
Garth and
so to bring
Chris.
us back to where we were. So you guys have been.
Even if I narrowed it down to
running around
90s
that-
country, I
this
couldn't have picked that.
cavern on the north and
Yeah, I
shore
would have
of this
never,
large
like, I just never was into
cave
country,
surrounding
so
Yug'voril.
it never would have really entered
what
my
is your
mind.
current plan of
But I know
action?
Garth Brooks was huge in the 90s. I remember it. I remember him being, like, massively huge.
No, we haven't.
I just never would have thought of it, because I was naming things I myself was into. Jagged Little Pill, but I love Madonna, movie soundtracks. My biggest though, I was into 311, Offspring, Weird Al Yankovic. I had every Weird Al Yankovic album. I was and I told you guys we're going to see him this summer. I think it's July. Me, my sister, my brother, we're going to see Weird Al Yankovic in concert. I had probably more Weird Al CDs than any other artist in the history of ever.
Apparates in front of you with like a flash of
But
energy.
that music soundtracks, I was a big Billy Joel, a lot of Billy Joel.
You speak of the far out, which I.
But a lot of Offspring, 311,
however,
Sublime. I had a lot of Sublime.
In my research, there are many
rap.
things that can fall into
I had a lot
description
of
you say.
like
It's
early
vague enough.
Snoop Dogg,
Unfortunately, I have
Dr.
not much to
Dre,
go off of.
Eminem when he first started coming out, but that's going like into, I guess, still 90s.
At the moment, I have no way of giving you any more knowledge. My apologies. And sign it about.
May I see this?
We were talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was into Bone Thugs and Harmony. A lot of rap groups. Like towards the end of the 90s, people I hung with listened to a lot of rap, so I, by default, also
I start digging a ditch.
listened to a lot of rap.
In the sand.
Okay.
But back then, like 90s rap was always like clean and understandable, and I don't. Nowadays, I don't get it. Like I like what Kendrick Lamar. I mean, the guy can rhyme and he sings real fast, but like I just don't get rap nowadays. Nothing against it, but it ain't my thing.
Quarter to a half mile away. It's hard to be able to tell from this distance with no light source. Any movement whatsoever.
50 Cent, get ready. Yeah, 50. I had 50 Cent. I loved him. I enjoyed Ludacris. Ludacris was always good. Like early Ludacris was better. Then he became like more mainstream and like had. I feel like he changed up a little. Outkast, Rough Riders, DMX. I love DMX. I still have DMX songs on my playlist. When I go jogging, I have like 2 or 3 DMX songs.
It doesn't necessarily cling. It's more of a presence thing than it is a material clinging energy.
I even like Ja Rule. Ja Rule was like more like I remember him doing a lot of like
if it's this
duets, if you would even call it that, like collaborate. I guess I'll call it a collaboration. But like I dug Ja Rule.
Well, we can.
Where do you want to go?
He's doing a camouflagey thing, and she can make it look like nothing's on the.
I know that, but no one camouflages.
Honestly, it's just the rap you were consuming
Why don't we go to
was PG. Memphis rap in the 90s was dark as a mother.
Not yet.
Yeah, see, maybe that's what it was. I also grew up in like a very
where the
like
far,
rich
the far
area.
portal is.
So I like I said, I would have probably never listened to it on my own. The people I hung with got me into it. When me and my brother moved to where we are, we already were like kind of into Offspring, Sublime, 311, Weird Al. Then when I moved up here, it was a much like more rich area of people, and a lot of them listen to rap, a lot of metal. I never got into metal. But a lot of the people I hung with listened to metal.
You do have scrying as a spell.
Like heavy metal. And I never got into that. I never understood it. Like, nothing against it. I just never understood it. A lot of my friends still listen to it. One of my friends is in, like, a metal band, and I've went and seen him. And I'm just, like, there to support, but I'm like, I don't get it. I just never got heavy metal. But yeah, 311. I used to love 311. Well, I still do. My sister is 8 years younger than me, 10 years younger than my brother, and she has been to 311 concerts. Like, I want to say in the last, like, 5 years, she's been to, like, they still do concerts. And she got into it because of us, I want to say, and literally has been to concerts more recently than me.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I think
It was always funny, too. Because one of my girlfriends that I dated for a very long time lived, her address was 311. Like, she lived at 311 2nd Street. And I always remember being like, oh my god, I'll never forget your address. And obviously I didn't. But because of 311, I'm like, I will never forget where you live.
He seems to be pretty
And I said it
powerful and
in a dark, sinister way
probably knows
so that she was afraid of me for the rest. No, I'm just joking.
Waiting for us to get
312 is kind of like Oasis,
You are our
right?
treasured guest.
312. Kind of. Oasis, I honestly, I used to listen to Oasis.
I could do it too.
Don't look back in anger.
Good job, Grog. You did it.
Oh, Grog.
You feel inspired.
You feel inspired.
Besides, we're
Good
talking
job.
about moving anyway, right? So I might as well do
Anybody
it
new in the chat? P. Diddy? I honestly did listen to a lot of P. Diddy, but early P. Diddy. Mace, like when he had the family and Mace was part of it. Mo Money, Mo Problems. And he was like with Notorious B.I.G. Like early stuff. Back when like Jay-Z first became a thing. That, I think the album was called P. Diddy and the Family or something like that. That was like a huge album, and it was like Lil Kim, Notorious B.I.G., Mace. That was like when I was into Puff Daddy.
But I'm happy because
After that, like, you know, he made interesting things, but like, I mean, clearly the dude is got some problems right now. But I used to love
10
Mace.
minutes to yourself, prepare the ritual. You kind of
Mace came out with his own solo album, and then after that he kind of like disappeared. I don't know where Mace is, but I always used to dig Mace. Mace was like an up and comer, and he never really did much after that.
See if I can channel her vision through with the focusing on the horns, since that's what we really know.
Focusing on the
That's
horn.
pretty much the only thing that we know.
P. Diddy.
Okay. So as you draw the circle,
P.
across
Diddy
the
and the
portion
fam,
of the gravel
who
and
you know
stonework,
do it
this
better.
is further in the cave, so the gravel
Yes,
has
P.
given
Diddy
into
and the
more
fam,
soft stonework.
who you know
You
do
begin
it better.
to
I know
carve
311,
across
but
the
can't
ground
remember
with small
any
pieces of rubble you use
songs.
for your ritual drawings. This giant
311,
circle. You draw
they had like
point
3 or 4
focus it as well
major
when you focus
hits
on this vision.
that
Once
I
you've
like
taken the 10 minutes to
like
establish all
like
the
I would say
various
major hits that
components
most
and
people
kind
would
of
know.
littered it with
I used to
pieces
listen
of
to
dried
like
animal matter,
I
some
would just
herbs,
like
and
I
a
feel
little
like older
small
music was
bowl
good
of
though. I
incense
would
to
just
guide
play
you,
like
help you with the
albums.
spell. You sit
And
down,
like just
take
let
your
them
place,
like, you know how like
pike
sometimes you get an
place, and
album
begin to
and you'll be
concentrate.
like there's 3 or 4 good
You
songs
draw
you
the
skip
essence of
around.
the natural-
I feel like
the nature energies around you.
Offspring,
And begin to
311,
project
I could like just
your
put on an
vision
album and
towards the
all their
description
songs
of
kind of
this
hit.
dark horn, pushing what you can best ascertain is the direction of the temple from where this ritual is being conducted.
Master P.
All right.
Master P.
So, given
was
the
good. I dig
circumstances,
Master P. I used to listen to him.
Bonus from that. Let's go ahead and make a will save.
I can't differentiate between the subgenres of
Alright.
rock and metal.
So,
Fucking love Oasis.
feel
Yes.
your
What was the
vision project beyond
Champagne
it's a sort of
Supernova?
out-of-body experience.
Don't
the energy that makes it
look
key
back
lift
in anger.
is no longer
I mean,
given
that's
physical
like
form,
their
it's just a
major
break
hit.
in the darkness.
I
You
feel like.
yourself
I mean, Champagne
drawn,
Supernova is
pulled
probably
almost
up
like there's an
there.
energy that draws you.
Which one would you think
As
is?
it
I
pulls
think
you
Don't
from
Look
the
Back in
moon,
Anger
pulls
was
you
probably a
upward, you're
little
looking down
bigger,
over the top
maybe.
of
I
this
don't know.
entire cavern suddenly.
But
The
they had good
darkness tends
stuff.
to fade for a moment, and you can make out the general outline of this island. Once again, your vision zooms in and shifts. You can look over the city. You can see Yug'voril over top.
Yug'voril.
You can see
There is
the glowing
Yug'voril.
aspects
We're
of the
teleporting
forest
through time,
surrounding
everybody.
the outskirts of
We
it.
are
You can see in the center
24
of this-
likes
this
away.
ruined city that has been
The
reconstructed
Verve.
in a
I remember them.
field of
I remember the Verve.
the temple that stands. This giant.
What was the
pseudo-pyramid
hit
with a
song they
flat
had?
top.
There was
You
like
can
a
now see
really
it
big song from the Verve. I can't remember the name of it,
view this-
but I definitely
this
remember the
temple.
Verve.
It is
Blues
actually
Traveler
open,
was dope.
and
I
that strange
agree.
glowing source of green energy you can see is
That was
slowly
the
emanating from the top.
shake it back, bada
Your
ring,
vision
bada ring, bada ring,
is
10,
pulled
and then
forward
you'll
again. You feel
win.
yourself
I could never
drawn
understand what he
towards
was
it, and
saying,
as
but
you
he was
come towards the top, you can see
very
the open
fast-talking
portion of this
dude.
temple's roof is a crossbeam made of gold.
He
or
had a couple
brass,
songs
and
like
there
that.
is
That
some
was
sort
like
of
his thing.
structure
If you've seen him
hanging from
recently,
it that
Blues Traveler.
falls deeper into the temple.
Diamond Dogs.
You then move past
Bittersweet
this
Symphony.
into
That was the
what is
verb.
the
Yeah,
topmost
from Cruel
chamber of this
Intentions.
temple. It's dark at
Blues
first
Traveler,
as
if you've seen him recently,
essence starts to
dropped
coalesce
like
and
300
find
pounds, and he's like
some sort
my
of visual here.
size.
You can see now
He
this
lost a
brass
like he had a
crossbeam
major
that
health scare,
is
and then lost like
held aloft in the center
200-300
of this temple
pounds,
chamber.
and he's like a skinny dude now.
Drips down into what is a spiral of metal. This strange arcane contraption that does not match any of
Run
the construct
around.
of this temple
Yes.
previously. It almost seems like it's
That was
new
one of the big
addition
songs
or
from
is,
Blues Traveler.
Was taking the place of something else that was a
I
central
don't
focus
want
of
to
this
keep
chamber.
me running
You follow
around.
this strange
That
arcane
is
structure.
surefire way
About
to
15 to 20
speed
feet
things
it
up
comes
when
from the
all
top of
it
the temple
does is
chamber to the center. We're held aloft
slowly
underneath
down.
it by another 15-foot drop.
And now I'm gonna play the
You see in
harmonica
this
for
dark
all you.
room
What if I
a
just pulled out a harmonica and I'm like, and I start going to town out of nowhere, blow all of your minds? It's not gonna happen.
And it's pulsing with life and with energy.
Pulsing
You now
with
look down,
life.
your eyes focus, and in this pool, this 10, 15-foot wide.
Was it Ozempic? Did Blues
round
Traveler
pool,
lose from
you can
Ozempic?
see that
I think
this
this happened
pulses
way
the
before
heart of
Ozempic,
purple
but I could be
energy.
wrong. I don't know how long Ozempic's been around, but I feel like Blues Traveler lost, like this happened before I ever even heard of Ozempic, like 10 years ago or more.
Their essences, and they're all working together, interconnected. You're looking upon the elder brain of Yug'voril, the center of the entire
We are
column
in
that resides
the
the
elder
center.
brain, everybody.
You can see now this green energy that's being brought down from this metallic structure.
We are also
at the top of this
almost
temple
30 minutes
is being
away
funneled down
from the
over
outro.
and is
30 minutes
acting as an
away,
arcane prison
24
for the
likes to
elder
go.
brain. It's sealing and controlling, essentially, and what you had gathered from your previous discussions with Clarota. This is what has taken the minds of the Mind Flayers and bent them to Cavern's will.
Bending the Mind Flayers' minds
from the
to
elder brain. You look around the room,
Cavern.
in the dark shadows of this room, you can see there are cages. There are
My
metal
sister's been
bars.
spending
The metal
bags
itself, you're
on
unable to
pharmacy
ascertain what the material is.
mixed
But in
Ozempic.
each
Wait,
one
is
of these
that
small cages, you see
spending
some
bags on pharmacy
creatures,
mixed
some of this
Ozempics,
realm,
and it
some of
ain't
not.
doing shit.
Horrible forms, mutated, torn, some missing limbs.
The funny thing is, when I went to the doctor today with my father, the doctor is saying losing weight might help with your heart problem because my dad's a little husky, and he was saying next time we meet in 3 months, they might put him on Ozempic. You know, it's up to him. But the doctor's like, I would consider Ozempic because it might help you drop 15, 20 pounds, and that will help take some abuse off of your heart.
Gnarled black horn.
I told him it's up to him. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, you're already pretty screwed up. So like, I mean, could it really do much more damage?
Like scales that form out of
Maybe.
portions of this
I don't know.
flesh. You see below this horn one large, piercing, sky blue eye that glances up and meets your gaze.
We got an
As
eye.
It does, from beneath that eye, you see a toothy maw tear into a wide.
What is Orion
ring.
doing over there?
And around the outskirts of the single
Yeah, what the
eye,
fuck is Orion doing?
numerous
Look at
other
Travis.
eyes
Look at Travis.
shift around.
Travis is like, shut the
Coming
fuck
into the
up.
light,
Like
you
Travis
see now a
immediately just
fleshy
like,
ball that is drifting.
Orion
in
is
the air
like
itself under its own
leaping
physical
out of
form.
his chair,
This
freaking out like a
aberration,
lunatic.
This horrible entity is now floating
Look at him
forward.
staring
You can
everybody.
see metal
Look, Travis
plates
is
that are
already
grafted to the
giving him
physical body
eyes.
of this creature.
Come on.
Apparently, Cavern has experimented on itself. These eyes are attached to strange finger-like stalks that twist out of its body. These eyes darting around the room, looking at different directions.
You see, like Orion,
And
that's
they'll
not
singularly shift
necessary.
on you at once.
Orion is like
As
leaping
it
out of
does,
his
you can
chair,
feel all
like
of a
staring
sudden your
everyone
presence,
down,
which has
like
been drifting through the scrying spell,
chill out, dude.
locked in place. And for a second, you feel like you can't breathe. As Cavern presses towards you, this fleshy sphere of eye stalks and teeth. This
I mean, it
small
sounds pretty cool.
billows up from deep within its mouth.
Is he looking? But he was like going like, I think. Oh, was he going like cut it out so Matt could talk?
Do you like my home? You're welcome anytime.
At which point the horn seems to glow with this creepy greenish energy, and you feel this piercing pain blast into your head. You try and scream, but you can't. There's no breath. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, oh god.
Do I still have my enhance ability up?
Half the table knows what Matt is describing. The other half
Is
doesn't.
sweating
Oh,
profusely.
does okay.
And you can see she's
I'm walking up to
flinching.
Keelan and I'm grabbing her by the shirt and I'm going to slap her across the face.
All right.
Smacking Keyleth across the face.
27.
27.
All right. Good.
We're
You take 11 points of
one
psychic
like away
damage
from that.
And are
one
thrust
like
out of
away
this
from
dry spell.
27.
Your vision is pulled out of the top of the temple, and suddenly you're back in your form as a sharp pain hits you across the side of the head. Vax is holding you.
Christ, what? Why?
It looked like
Why?
a matter of time.
You were in pain.
You
Are
look
you
like
alright?
you were about
Well,
to.
Are you
thought-
alright?
You were in pain, so I thought I'd fucking slap you across the face. Gee.
Are we hitting each other?
I mean, that's kind of normal. Kind of normal to smack someone out of something like that. I mean, I wouldn't be too upset if I was seeing the shit they're explaining. I would be like, it's warranted that you smacked me in the face.
What's that? It is
A
really
beholder.
not a thing we want to fight. It is awful. It is.
I've definitely seen
It will
beholders
kill
before.
All of us if we don't find out a way to kill it. Oh my god.
Not
Wait,
only
so you
is
said there's
Cavern
a-
a beholder, Cavern has been experimenting on himself, and so he has.
I've definitely was that in the
armor
Dungeons and
wrapped
Dragons
on-
movie? I've definitely seen a
And,
beholder before. Maybe it was in a role playing
horn.
game that I've played.
And horn, which I don't know.
Wait.
What is
So
a
you said
beholder?
there's something.
What is a
caging the
beholder?
Elder Brain,
I
right?
definitely know of a beholder. I have a
green
visual in my
lights.
head
We
of
can
it,
see-
like
can we-
exactly what
is
it
it
is.
like the Luxor in Vegas? Can you see the green light?
It's not a beam, but you do see a slight green glow at the top of the temple in the distance.
Okay.
You saw it when you first entered, and it's kind of been this dull beacon whenever
So
you traveled around the island.
there's something connected to the top of the temple that's caging the Elder Brain?
It's like an arcane prison, and
As
all
they're
of the
talking about this,
the Elder
I'm
Brain.
writing a note.
Is it possible to maybe collapse the top of
You
the
saw
temple
a
from
not
far
beholder
away
in the Legend of Vox Machina.
and release the
It was
Elder
in the
Brain from its
2000s
cage,
movie
and then
for
the
sure.
other
A beholder is on the
your
cover
brother
of the
would fight
monster.
beholder
Oh,
instead.
maybe that's what it is.
Lord,
It's
do we
like
know, like how we could
a
possibly break
caca
this?
demon from
Could you tell me
Doom.
what a beholder is first?
When I first watched Critical Role, I skipped the first
Oh,
28
right.
episodes, and now I've gone back to them, and after each episode, I feel like I have to cleanse myself with a more recent one.
I'm assuming
Minty,
I
good
know.
to see you're still in the chat. There it is. Oh, he's showing it right now. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
It's on the cover of a.
There we go. Michael said it, and that is literally what I have sitting by my bed. Like literally right by my bed is my manual, my monster manual, and that is literally what I'm pretty sure that makes the most sense. That's what I'm thinking of. And Matt just is like, hey, in case you all are wondering why you know this kind of. When he was describing it, I'm like, I literally immediately pictured that, and I'm like, why do I know this? Because I didn't think it was from campaign 2.
It's a magic fun bag. It's probably got
Magic
everything
fun
from
bag. We're gonna pour a
silence
shot.
and
Who is this
dispel
shot for,
magic to
everybody?
Petrify to
Who is the shot for?
disintegration ray.
We're thinking of you're thinking
We got
about this
a
wrong,
hefty
though. You're
shot
thinking
in
about
this glass.
in the wrong
We're
direction.
down to
The
25
holders
minutes.
Is not
25 minutes to go.
That's not
24 likes to go. I don't think we're gonna hit the 50.
even more than that.
But
it's
you never know.
the hundreds
You never
of
know. We
allies
might.
We could have.
I'm also possibly getting sushi tonight. I was talking about it earlier.
Is the target.
I haven't had sushi in a week, and I'm craving
Not the beholder.
sushi.
If we can
After this is
free
over, if we
the
don't hit the
Elder
50 likes, we are
We don't
going
have to fight it
to
ourselves.
check the
Then
next
we're not
episode
allowed.
as we usually do.
Now, what
And then I
what was
might
creating
jump
this?
right into the
Where was
Patreon
it
hour and then
emanating
order
from?
sushi.
It just seemed to be emanating sort of from the top opening of this pyramid that was the main temple of the center.
Can you
of the town.
just describe the top of the pyramid?
I'll give you a detailed description. Essentially, this pyramid comes to a top and then flattens off at the very top. Where you would be a flat surface is instead essentially a windowed opening. You don't think it's purely open, like you could just jump through. There is some sort of a glass that coats it, but there is a brass crossbeam at the very top, and then part of this crossbeam holds aloft this strange, like, series of metallic wires that spiral and intertwine that kind of serves as a conical focus piece. You can't
conical?
see the interior of it, but
I will not
It was
repeat
almost
myself.
Like a
Oh,
bee, like a beehive.
all I saw was that, and then
Essentially like a
all of the
slow
messages
beat.
deleted. That's not
It was
what
like
I kept.
focusing the
That is
energy
not what I keep in by my bed.
We have
But to
something
each
very
his own.
important.
The
We have
only
a
thing I
vial of
need
yellow
by my
liquid.
bedside is my
what does it do?
monster
It
manual.
might age you.
In case I am
It might do something.
It seems to
haunted
be very acidic.
in the middle of the night by a beastly monster that is attacking my family, I need to immediately access my monster manual to know how to defeat it.
Something that causes things to disintegrate, things to move
I
forward.
have-
Maybe we can rust
Monster
that as well.
manual.
We have that yellow goop, and that will definitely help.
I have
know that it's acid.
blight.
We
It
suspect.
might be a form changer
We
because
also have-
the king swallowed a vial and it made him strong.
I need to find a
I
way
can learn heat
to
metal,
do
and
that without it deleting the previous messages. I don't know what it said, but I'll assume that Star went on a rampage and cursed everyone out. Obviously, I'm
At this
joking.
point, as you guys look
But it
over
is
the
funny
boat,
that
you can
all
see
the comments
Clarota,
disappeared.
For the first time in a while, looks.
I didn't see
visually
any messages
disturbed.
go anywhere. Well, like where I am,
That's
it
kinda
says
withdrawn
message
from the
deleted by
group, and is kind
Michael,
of
and there's like
leaning
5 or 6 in a
against,
row.
side of
It went like
beach
all
cavern
the way
wall,
up.
and then
As
tentacles
far
that
as the
normally
eye
just
could
kind of
see,
slowly twirl
an
apart, all
old man
tensed and
Peabody
pulled up into a knot,
owns
and
all
Clarota
of
just-
it.
You're gonna cramp your face.
Cheers. I'm going to do backless door. Backless door, you're getting the shot. Because you are the newest I see in the chat. I know you've been around a bit now. But you are the newest of all the people I see of recent. And I already did one for Sean M. and Minty. So cheers to the great backless door. We are down to about 20 minutes. Cheers to all.
Also keep in mind, the temple is not made of average stone and metals. This is the center of the Elder Brain. We reinforce it with magical protection. It's the center of our entire species' knowledge. Every brain in there is our elders. As we pass to the next generation, our mind is brought and introduced to the Elder Brain.
The Elder Brain.
That room protected.
I think someone said take the shot for Clarota. Oh, Clever said take the shot for Clarota. I just remembered after I did it. I was doing Sokka, go to your room to Star. Sokka from Avatar? We talking Sokka from Avatar?
By your people?
No, it was open before. There seems to be some sort of new focus that Cavern has constructed.
Would that be as strong as the rest of the building as you think?
I do not know, but if I've seen anything of the nature of this insidious creature, I would say plan for the worst.
We always plan for the worst, everybody. That is how we roll. We always plan for the worst. From the second episode of Book 3, my phone and TV are a little off, so this shit's echoing super crazy right now.
They can. Okay.
I don't even know what the hell that is. What? I've been here since day one of Critical Role live streams.
What can't they do?
I mean, backless door. I said you've been around a while. I mean, but you're, you know, you kind of come and go in the chat. At least not, put it this way. Michael, Star, the only ones I saw besides your name were Michael, Star, and Clever.
The key here
And
is not to
Colvin.
think how to fight it
And I
head
see
on.
them in the chat
You have to be smart
constantly,
about
which is awesome.
Well, he may
But I
have-
feel like
he
I don't
has
see
the
you
whole
as much.
turf.
It wasn't
We have
a
the
bad
element of
thing.
Surprise. We choose the grounds in which we
It wasn't a
attack.
bad thing, backless
We
door.
choose
I just
the
think
methods
I
in which
saw
we
the other
set
4
back.
people more often.
Underwater.
I just picked somebody at random
Try to just draw him out somehow.
for a
I
shot.
doubt
I
he's
wanted
going
to drink.
leave his home turf. But if we can find a way to perhaps turn it against him or use it to our advantage. Maybe some reconnaissance, I don't know.
Reconnaissance.
I don't know.
Reconnaissance.
So we could try the
Maybe
sunlight.
I have
And me, Ninja's back too.
divine intervention.
I'm watching the stream on my TV and the stream on my phone with headphones. I try to always show up, at least briefly, though I've been skipping out early lately. Understandable. We also, I mean, think of how many, for like the last 2 or 3 months of Campaign 2, we were consistently hitting 50 likes. So,
That's up to you.
I know a lot of
attempt it
people
once a
have
day,
been
once it works, it can't be done forever.
bowing out for the
So
first
if we attempt it,
couple
then
episodes,
she
or
can intervene-
first
she can be, like,
couple
on our side.
dozen
In some way,
episodes
essentially,
of
you
Campaign
formulate
1.
how you want your deity's aid, and if you succeed, which you have a 10% chance of success, in some divine way, Saren Ray will guide power or aid to you.
10%.
Why don't you wait on
10%.
Well, we either
Saren
have a
Ray.
10% chance right now for her to tell us what to do, or a 10% chance
to help us.
But once we know what we're doing,
Yeah,
let's
let's
do
wait
it.
till we
Percy's
know what we're
idea,
doing.
though. I believe we should go and rescue the prisoners and build a
I'm
small
watching
ark.
the Critical Role on my
Moreover,
TV and the stream.
don't
Oh, I
think
already read that.
It all goes down.
They'll be back for Consequences and Cows. Should we be hard focusing on Clarota yet?
The world's down here?
No,
Should we?
Beholder. Cavern.
Backless Door has been since
He's in a
like
pyramid.
episode 15 of Campaign 2, if I remember going through all the episodes. I believe it. I believe it.
I feel like we should
I
go
do
for the
believe.
bombs.
How would we free the prisoners?
Backless Door.
Are they all
I mean, the prisoners
I meant
are
no
those things that-
ill will.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
freed
I
the
honestly
prisoners.
just wanted to take a shot.
It's
And
not
I was
letting
like,
them
Backless
out. We
Door.
have to
You
get
win.
them out of Cavern's control.
Which we
so
can't
how do
do,
we
right?
do that?
Right.
I think we destroy the
Structure
beehive.
at the top.
Destroy the structure.
It's the only thing. It's the only option that seems open to us.
Yeah.
What
Unless
if,
we keep stumbling around and looking for some other weird thing.
We don't have any kind of corruption.
We are also down
that
to
ages
under
things.
20 minutes, everybody.
But it's
We have like 18 minutes left. There is a 15-minute
Hit him with the spell
outro.
magic. Maybe get
There's a
your
15-minute outro. I am
goddess's
curious
aid.
to see
Hit
if
it
we
with
hit
spell magic, hit it
the
with
1,000
corruption,
shirts.
rust the
Noise.
shit, and then it falls.
Noise.
And then
Don't
everything's-
have corruption.
Dun, 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 dun,
Is
dun.
noise
Scan them
from
mercilessly.
Key and Peele?
Mock the
Because that's what I know
Tal'dorei.
noise from. Noise from Key and Peele.
you
But I always wondered if I was
I
late
like-
to the
I
game
like
and it was
acidic.
famous
Got
from
that
something else prior.
acidic vial.
But that's what I know it from.
Very
We have
acidic.
several. We have several vials.
Yes,
of
we're
acid.
carrying
Noise.
Three
Can
vials
you
of normal
take?
acid
Can you
and
take
one
the
yellow.
normal acid and?
I mean, I have
magical?
gotten the new person shot like 3 times. Yeah, Ninja Master
Well, why don't-
has
I can
gotten
always,
like multiple
be
shots in one
a-
night
be
and is
eagle, and we can-
always around.
I can maybe.
But
fly,
Ninja is
or maybe
also
Grog
down
can carry-
to drink all the time, I feel
Grog
like.
can carry like a big boulder,
So,
that way
like, if you're a
after the
drinker-
acid has, like,
I
sucked
thought
in,
about
you
making
can-
If you're a drinker and I see the
Throw a
drinking
boulder that
emojis,
collapses in
like
the
I
water.
see Shane,
You built a bomb.
Shane,
before.
Colvin, Clever,
Hole up
Ninja.
for months or weeks. was
I
it?
feel like they're
It took me months
the
to figure
four
out
that
how to
come to
build it.
mind when I
Although that
think
was
of
very
drinking,
You know how
smoking
to build one,
emojis.
would it be-
Now, you know, other
Wait,
people
the
do
bomb
stuff
you just threw
too.
in that room?
I could
But
make
like
one
whenever I
stuff
think of
there.
like the
I-
drinkers or the
I-
smokers in the
I-
group,
Make another.
I think of Colvin, Shane, Clever,
I would say
Ninja,
your materials are very
Star,
Very-
maybe
at this point,
once in a
I'm-
while.
If I had a workshop,
But like a lot of emojis from the 4 I mentioned.
Start with a little
So by
reconnaissance.
default,
We'll
I
get
always
closer,
think,
we'll rest
hey,
for the night, and
more
maybe send in
drinkies?
Just a little bit of a
Why do we need to
snooping
get
party.
closer?
My
I
sister
wanna-
says that island is crawling with nasty shits.
We can't get close. I
My
mean,
sister says the island is crawling with
just
nasty
rest.
shits.
We'll stay up.
It's the episode that Tal
What if
had the
we fly
runs.
in
That's why I said yes, because
over the
if we
top
compare
with the
it to the
carpet
animated
and
series,
stealth.
it's after the
Drop
banquet, but
Put the
before
camouflage on the carpet,
Whitestone.
maybe so they don't see it.
I remember
Flying over the top,
despising
stealth in,
that episode at the
spy,
time I watched it,
kinda
but
get
I
an
can
idea
have
of-
trouble
Inspect the top of the
with weird
building.
shenanigans
Yes.
sometimes.
Where the acid will be
See
put
if maybe
to good use.
Yeah,
there is
Cows is
no-
technically in
what
the
kind of
Briarwood
magic
arc,
is
but
being held
still
up with it.
I mean,
the Tiberius
we're guessing that
error.
Kavan doesn't want to leave his little.
So we're
cubby
talking the
hole.
cows. I was
I
gonna
would
say
assume
there was the
so.
cows
Even if we fly
episode.
down on top.
People keep talking about
fly
this
up,
cows
Fly
episode.
up, but we could fly away, and he probably doesn't want to leave the top of the.
There's going to come a point where chaos is just going to descend on us, and
Yes.
it's not going to
So
be.
we're also forgetting that the second that he sees us or we get close enough, he could control
Question.
all of our minds.
Wasn't the
Question,
point of us going
message. I'm thinking
Wasn't
of
the point us going to
don't be a
these
menace to
beaches
South
try to
Central
see
while
if there
drinking
was
your
any
juice in the
other
hood. Message.
advantage we could find?
We were trying to find clues
Yes.
so that
Which
maybe
we
her
did.
scrying would be helpful, which it was.
Oh my God! Remember scrying?
So, what if-
Scrying
okay,
became
here's another
so
option.
big in Campaign
Dimension
2
door.
because
What
of
if you go
Jester.
and hug
We
one
were
of these,
scrying
a
like
dimension door that
at
beam
least
out?
I feel like towards the end, like almost every episode, we were scrying somebody.
Not a thing. You can't cast a portal on the door and make it fall.
Sadly.
Not like Portal.
Well, we've been,
Portal.
been here, and we've been here.
Should we go to one more beach before we all die?
Here or here,
That needs
or
it.
this little
I
nubbin
was
right
thinking
here.
about that.
A little nubbin.
Those are just more things to.
Someone I know
Well,
says that.
that's true, but
Someone I know
my
uses the word
sister-
nubbin. A little
She-
nubbin.
she
I don't hear that
studied
often.
She-
But
she
someone
felt
I can't
she
think of
sensed
who,
the
but someone I know
presence of
often
everywhere.
uses the word little nubbin.
Yeah, I mean,
Everywhere.
we don't. There's no need for us to relocate.
Yeah.
There's
now.
wondering things.
Well, I am
So-
curious about this. Can we see this from the beach we're on this? What is this?
But we're still at the map,
It's hard to make out.
by the way. This is the map
We
were using
camp there.
back
That could be the next. that could be where we stay.
during the Patreon
Take
hour.
over a little shanty town.
We've been let's take over a little shanty town. We haven't moved much. Like our location, we haven't moved location much
From where we are.
in an entire episode. Because I feel like at the beginning of the Patreon video, we broke out this map, and that was the end of the last live stream.
We all fit on the magic.
And we're 15 minutes away from the end of this live stream. So we've been using this map for a bit. I mean, there's a lot
We're not all
of
going for
exploration, so to speak. There's
Stealthy,
little
stealthy,
nubbins,
stealthy.
little nubbins for us to look at.
It's going to be I would rather something go wrong with all of us than something go wrong with half of us.
But I mean,
Well, I tell you what, we don't know what to do, so why don't Vex and I and Scanlan go for a little ride and check out the tip of this island?
Split up.
Yeah, I don't
Vex and I and
Scan.
Scan.
Let's at least get on the
The
island.
shanty town. I love the way he's saying it. The little shanty town. 23 likes away, everybody. We have approached
check it out first.
30. We're approaching 30.
And we'll start heading.
If anybody still has likes
Well, we can't
left
fit
in their back
Let's let
pocket,
Tiberius
under 15 minutes. But
Scanlan fly
that being said, we have under 50 minutes, but we'll probably still be on for another half hour. But between logging on the next episode, checking out the timeline, and then saying goodbyes and chatting and stuff like that, probably got about 30 minutes. And we probably are going to watch the outro. There's a 15-minute outro. So just that alone, we probably have another half hour.
For a moment. You just went through some shit.
You guys going on the carpet?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the
I got a
boat.
big axe. I'll paddle the boat towards the island.
Awesome.
Big
I've
axe.
been practicing in the sand to impress Keela.
Caramel,
I haven't figured it out yet.
caramel and
I don't know what that
pea
is.
can for
You know that
me.
thing a dog does when
But I
it's
did cast.
What?
on the floor?
I did cast
How do you
fire
all
on
say
that, so
caramel
everybody gets plus
and
10,
pecan
you know,
for that
to their
matter?
stealth rolls.
I was literally like, what? Without reading that, Clever, I was like, what are you saying? I didn't read your first. I saw caramel and pecan for me. But I saw it as pecan for me. Pecan for me. I'm like, what does that even mean? I say caramel.
Clodagh can just hover.
I say it caramel and
Pecan.
pecan. Pecan, like you. Caramel and yeah, exactly like you, Clever. That's how I say it. Caramel. Well, you say caramel. Caramel. I say caramel without the E. And I do say pecan. But I know a lot of people that go, it's pecan. Pecan. Maybe that's how you're saying it, pecan. But I feel like you would have said not can. I say pecan. Whether it's right or wrong, that's how I say it.
Can you make more of them?
A lot of people told me pecan. Caramel. I say caramel. It's caramel. I've heard people say caramel. 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 I say caramel. Caramel. I try to say it as quick as possible. Caramel.
Let's do it. Quiet ones. Let's get on the carpet. Tiberius.
Caramel or caramel.
I'm gonna attempt to attach.
And
just attach this.
oh my God, what is that?
See if that.
Pecan. I think Star is saying like
Well,
pecan,
before you guys take off.
not
I'm gonna try
pecan.
and sew it on.
Pecan.
Okay.
That's how Star's saying it. That's how I've heard
That's better.
people say it. East Coast trash all day, baby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm not going to argue that I'm right. I'm definitely. If you're asking me about English grammar and pronunciation, I will bet against myself every time. But I don't care. My thing is math, and math can only be done one way. I always would argue with people. English can be spoken many ways, and maybe you're right or wrong, but people understand you. Math is a language in my mind that only makes sense one way. You can't be like, well, where I came from, 2 + 2 is 5.
All right, so
Or where I came from, 3 + 3 is 7. That doesn't work. Math is a language, and it is the same
Grog to go ahead and make a.
however you say it. But English or grammar or languages, there's always like a debate over what's right or wrong, or like
29 stealth.
afflictions used and stuff.
Breaking the water surface.
I don't give a shit.
All right.
All I know is I'm good at math,
the channel
and I make good
towards
money
the
because of
far end
finances.
of the island,
And
which is the beach that's in
if I was gonna, I always say, if I'm gonna be good at anything,
you
math
see
is what
the
I want to be
water
good at,
disturbed slightly
because it
about
definitely.
200 feet off
I
to
mean,
the
at
right.
least in the industries I'm in,
And
it
deep
makes me
below,
money.
You can see bubbles.
I don't know anything I could do that English proper speaking. If anything, speaking improperly got me by in my life. Because I worked in like very different areas of life where
apparently not disturbing
I like speaking improperly actually got me further, I feel like.
You pull the boat up, the rest of you guys bring the carpet over, you come to a landing part, totally fine. The beach comes to a steep incline that leads up onto the island proper. There's cliffs on both sides of the beach. And
I say it like Jay, because East Coast trash be like that. Oh, that's Michael. I saw Malamute's name and I read Michael's. Malamute, I always say pecan to annoy people. Pecan.
Is there a larger
Pecan.
behind those
Malamute, you get the next shot. Malamute, you want a whiskey drink? Or you want a vodka drink? Malamute, I always love you in the chat.
You do see towards the right of
I dropped a shitload of Patreon videos today. Those of you who are on Patreon, I dropped 10 hours of videos right before the live stream. 10 hours
It's almost like the
in one day. That might be the most I ever did.
That just kind of drip from the top.
I was like, should I space this out more? A lot of times I space it out more because that's a lot. But I was like, screw it. Week 1 of April, we're doing 10 hours of Patreon videos. So, Malamute, the vodka drink. We drink a vodka drink. Malamute, what are you watching on Patreon? I know you're always into. I see your comments popping up. What is your most loved Patreon show right now? This is the vodka drink from Malamute. It was a shit ton of videos. Yes, those of you who are on, lots of videos today. All sorts of greatness. Doctor Who, Leverage, Once Upon a Time. We got a new Peaky Blinders for Neil. A plethora. What the hell is a plethora? Farscape, that's the only one I didn't drop. How funny is that? Farscape, out of the 10 hours, Farscape's next week. Farscape's every other week. So Farscape is next week. But yeah, out of all the 10 hours, there was no new Farscape. I love that you love Farscape. I'm loving the shit out of it. Cheers to Malamute. Malamute, you get this vodka drink, and I'm gonna chug it with a vodka drink. So you get both. To Malamute. 30 or 22 likes away, everybody. 22 likes away.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Thank you.
I notice your voice.
Spiny.
Dripping. I take the cask of ale out of the bag of holding and I pour him a little golden ale.
Oh, you know what, Grog?
And I'm
I
like,
hate to tell you
it
this.
sounds a little scratchy. Would you care
We did a
to
whiskey
stay?
drink and a vodka drink. A ninja.
Discussion.
Cheers to all. Had to have right. Clever, Hollymac, Ninja, everyone with the cheers. I love it. Love it.
I have no need for such false sustenance.
False sustenance. No need for false sustenance. Well, Clarota. Very rude. Very rude.
All right. Can we go inspect those structures?
Yes.
Clarota. I mean, Matt at least. Matt looked pretty peeved by that. Backless door. Love Harvey. I love Farscape when it first came out. I'm gonna binge it when Jay finishes his reactions. I'm not gonna lie. Farscape is. I wouldn't say it's my favorite show that I'm watching, but I have the most enjoyment watching it. Does that even make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. But when I watch Farscape, it brings me back to like my childhood when like a Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap is one of my favorite shows ever. Farscape gives me feels like Quantum Leap, where I'm like, this is just old, glorious.
So you guys,
like production value for the time, especially the puppetry, the crazy like character creations and stuff. It just brings joy to my heart. But I wouldn't say it is like my favorite show. It is just like it just brings happy, good feelings to my soul.
Just be quiet.
I think it's the puppetry and the practical effects. I just miss that nowadays. Everything nowadays is CGI. You're lucky if you get something practical. Farscape goes out of their ways. Like I just watched an episode where there was a giant praying mantis alien guy, and like they have to stick a tentacle to their eyes to see the future or something. And I was like, what the frig is going on right now? But I loved every second of it.
Did the twins outweigh? Oh wait, +2. That makes it 5. Oh, +10.
Plus 10, everybody. We're 20 likes away. We have officially hit 30. We're 20 likes away.
So
we got 5 minutes left.
You guys make your
20
way
likes
towards
away. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? I'm kind of excited. There is a chance. There is a chance. 20 likes away. Call all your family and friends. Tell them log into ViewMasters. Watch and throw a like up. My friend always called it Muppets in Space. I love it. There is a Muppets in Space as well. Obviously, you probably know
It's
this.
almost like an influx of jade
But
and marble.
I get it.
stone
I
itself
like
does
it.
not seem to be
I love
anything
it.
you've seen naturally around the
I
Cavern.
want some
Either it
more
was
of
brought
it.
here or was crafted from some substance that resides on this island. But it has this weird kind of green jadish kind of marble, almost vein.
Jay, have you seen the Dark Crystal series? I have not.
And you notice all the structures.
I
are
know the
straight
movie.
and smooth.
This
Everything
came
has
up the
this
other
kind of
day.
slightly non-Euclidean
Me and the girl
bend to it.
I'm
Every
talking to that I
edge has
tell
a
you all
slight
about
curve.
multiple times this episode. This
It's
episode of
just-
J
it's
Master's
off-putting.
life.
There isn't a.
We talked about it. We watched Labyrinth in 4K. I think I told you last week that was our pick. We watched Labyrinth in 4K. I have it totally remastered. Looks beautiful. And she brought it up multiple times, like Dark Crystal. She's my age, and she was like, Dark Crystal is like truly
you do notice
like a scary thing as a child, and I agree. I feel like Dark Crystal is one of the scarier of the fantasy Jim Henson type productions, but I've never seen the show.
Parts of the wall have fallen in, but for the most part, it still
It
remains
scratches that
intact.
Muppet
And in the
ouch.
center of this pit, on the floor,
Or
you
I'm
can see
I'm
what
guessing
looks
you
like
meant itch, but ouch. Either way, it's the same
splotches
thing in my mind.
dried crimson, long left blood.
All right, last 4 minutes, everybody. We're gonna focus hard. Last 4 minutes. Dried blood, dried bones.
You see, but the bones, while dried, have some sort of fungus growing.
I'm curious
on them.
about the shirts.
You also see what looks to be tucked against one of the walls, a campsite, but a very large campsite. The fire pit is 15 feet wide.
Large
and
fire
it's just a
pit.
Small cinder.
Large campsite.
You see what looks to be some sort of a pile of furs. There is actual embers in the fire pit.
All right.
There
Peoples
looks to be
is
a
here,
large kind of
everybody.
bedroll
Peoples is here.
made of just
Peoples is
patchwork
Peoples.
furs.
Speaking of
The
Muppets,
pile
what's that
itself
from,
is
everybody?
huge.
Peoples is Peoples. It's one of my favorite quotes. Me and my brother say it all the time.
3 times even, which means it houses a
You
lot of
know,
individuals.
Peoples is Peoples.
Or one big
Or a really big thing.
Giants.
Yeah.
As you're taking this look too,
Look at,
you guys
oh,
have
I love
this-
the axe.
This visual.
I was like, what is Grog grabbing? AKA Travis.
Well, you immediately hear a sound.
We hear a sound.
It's a slight rumble in the ground.
If
and
you're
it's
going to
like a
watch
footfall.
Cyberpunk, there is
And
a
as you glance over
prequel
your
music
shoulder,
video that can be
you
watched
see
either before or
what
after.
looks to be some sort of tower.
How
of
long is it,
blue
Michael?
dragging
Because maybe
something
I'll watch it,
behind
throw it up on the channel, and then start it. Giants in the
glances up
sky.
its nose in the air.
Muppets Take Manhattan, Ninja Master, for the win. Oh, we're going to probably end it here. Who goes here?
And you look,
Giant
it looks like a
Goliath.
large,
We
almost
have Jack and the
Goliath-like
Giant
bald
Slayers. That's what I'm
skin,
thinking.
Skin is smooth,
But Ninja Master for the win,
no
and
hair,
Muppets
but
Take
its
Manhattan, if
skin
no
is
one said it
purplish in
earlier.
color, where a normal giant would
Just
stay
like the Black
naturally.
Cauldron. Black Cauldron, another
Like its back
dark
has a horrible scoliosis
movie as a
twist
child
to it.
I saw.
One giant popping
We've
yellow
talked about
eye
this. There was
glances
a
out towards the
there was
edge
a
of where you guys
ride.
are.
I think it was
doesn't seem to
Tokyo
have found
Disney.
any of you immediately, but something's
Some
lured its
Disney,
attention. It
I think
seems
it was
to have
Tokyo,
caught
had a
some sort of
Black
trail
Cauldron ride,
in
and it
its
was one of the
natural
most
homestead.
horrifying
You see it
rides
standing probably
to
close
date,
15,
according to
20 feet in height,
legend.
as it begins lumbering up.
Or what I've heard. I've never been on it because I never went.
Towards you.
You can Google it. Google YouTube Black Cauldron ride, and somebody videotaped the entire ride, and it is said to be one of the like scariest Disney rides ever made. Inside check. Some giant people are saying Secret of Nim, dark. Secret of Nim. One of my favorites, Nicodemus. I swear to God, Secret of Nim scared the shit out of me as a kid. Nicodemus, I never forgot it. To this day, I'm 43.
17.
Nicodemus scares the shit out of me.
This entity looks like it's hungry. It looks malicious. and
Music is
looks
kicked
like
off.
It's
We have a
kind of
minute
caught
left.
The thrill of the hunt, since it seems to have seen something near its homestead moving. As it begins to step forward,
We're gonna end it any minute.
Scanlan moving backward.
Yeah, can we move into the shadows?
Malicious. Looks like it wants to eat our souls.
We know where you are. We
I
can
was
sense
holding
you.
your hand the whole time.
And
China Beach count? I read China Beach and I heard Matt.
Nowhere near Cavern.
No.
Nowhere near him.
No.
Yep.
There.
Horrible.
But wait, maybe if we sell out of shirts, we can go another half hour.
Yes. Did we sell out the shirts? I bet you we sold out the shirts. Did we sell out the shirts? Watership Down? I never seen.
Didn't make it to Cavern.
Watership Down, I know what you're talking about. Watership Down reminded me of
So
Redwall.
we have to read all the donations.
I used to be obsessed with the books. We've talked about this too at some point.
By the time we're done reading,
20 shirts left. Redwall, Jacques. I always remember the name was like Jacques. Something Jacques. Redwall. There was all these books I used to read about Mises and rabbits and people murdering small woodland creatures. But Redwall, I remember always being the first one. And I remember it being, people used to describe Watership Down to me, and I'd be like, that sounds like Redwall.
19. Deal?
I remember reading those books as a child and being like, oh my god, all these little woodland creatures are being shredded and ripped to pieces. Pit water, ship down on the, put Watership Down on the list.
In theory.
Honestly, that is one I've never seen.
Probably out in the
Most 80s kids movies were dark and scary, agreed. I feel like it made you, 14 shirts away. We're gonna beat it. We're gonna beat it, everybody. 14 shirts away.
Right here.
All right. Guys, let's go and get some of these read off.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna read things. We're gonna read donations.
Cool. Donate $100.
Secret and M. I've seen it so many times.
Grog Crush. Thank you very much.
Secret and M was one of my favorite as a kid. I was always surprised how dark some of those kid shows were back then, but I love them. Yes, agreed.
Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
China Beach. Oh, going back to China Beach.
Avid reader, our D&D
Blacklist store. Backlist store. Backlist store mentioned China Beach. I never saw China Beach. But when I watch Dave's retro commercials, China Beach comes up all the time. And I remember those commercials. As a kid, I remember the China Beach commercials.
Donate $25. Many thanks for all.
But I feel like I never got into it because it always seemed like it was an adult show. Like, mind you, this was the 80s, so I was a child. And China Beach always made me think it was like for adults, which I'm sure it was. So I never, to me it reminded me of, I could be wrong because I never seen it, but to me as a child, now as an adult thinking back, it made me think it was like a mashup of MASH, the show MASH. We got it. We hit the shirts. I figured we would. I thought China Beach was MASH mixed with Baywatch. That's what I thought. I don't know if it is or not because I never seen it. But I always pictured MASH with Baywatch fused like a fusion. We hit the 1,000 shirts. We did the 1,000 shirts. I figured we would. 140 since the break. There was an hour since we hit the break. 140 shirts.
We need a cloak.
Yeah, why stop at 1,000? Let's go for 2,000.
Let's do a 2,000 right now.
I mean,
Matt put his cloak on.
even if we didn't make it, I feel like we had.
MASH, what the fuck is China Beach?
$1,000
Go
donations in here.
check it. You want to watch? You want to see?
Yeah.
Hold on.
We hit the shirts. We hit the shirts. I'm pausing it. We hit the shirts. I'm going to show. We're going to watch. We're going to watch a trailer for China Beach. Because I just wanted to know about the shirts. In all honesty. And we hit the shirts. Let's watch China Beach trailer. Here we go. Here we go. Here's China Beach. I don't know. I never seen it. Oh, this is probably going to get copyright. Oh my god, it's Dana Delaney? I'm going to turn it off because that song, Reflections of the Way I Used to Be, that'll definitely get me a copyright. Dana Delaney? I love her. I don't know who that is. Nan Woods? Ready to go on and off. Michael Boatman. How good a name is that? Michael Boatman. Like, tell me this doesn't look like MASH mixed with Baywatch. Am I crazy? I know her too. What do I know her from? I know that girl. Definitely know her from movies back in the day. Dana Delaney's the most popular I know, though, so far. Oh my god, Robert Picardo. Robert Picardo. He's Star Trek. I've never even seen Star Trek, and I know because of Red Letter Media. Red Letter Media always talks about Robert Picardo. So I immediately know him because they're massive Star Trek fans. But Dana Delaney, let's go back to Dana Delaney. Look at her. Dana Delaney is a looker. She's a good, very attractive female. Dana Delaney. She is young as hell right here. She is clearly a doctor or something. I didn't recognize anybody else besides her and Robert Picardo. Here, let's listen to a little bit more of the song. Robert Picardo. Who's this guy? Tim Ryan, I don't know you, but you have a very generic name. Oh my god, I know her too. Why do I know her? Conchita Tomei? Is she related to Marissa Tomei? Is Conchita Tomei related to Marissa Tomei? And what is she doing over here? Is she fanning her boobs? Like, is that what's happening right here? I mean, that is definitely what's happening right here. Conchita Tomei. Let's freeze on that while we talk to the crowd. CSI. It's Meg Mucklebones. Marge Hellenberger was also in it's CSI. Probably Tubi. Yes, with Howie. That was a movie I watched as a little kid. What is Howie? What the fuck is China Beach? Baywatch, all them knockers, yum. Agreed, Sean M. I watched Baywatch. As much as Baywatch might have been an adult show, I watch Baywatch all the time. Nicole Eggert was my favorite. Charles in Charge, go look it up if you didn't watch Baywatch as a child or an adult. Nicole Eggert was the hot sister from Charles in Charge, and she ended up going on Baywatch and got a boob job. Literally, she admittedly says she got a breast implant job so she can go on Baywatch. And I would literally watch Baywatch because I was obsessed with Charles in Charge, and I thought she was the greatest thing ever. And then she went on Baywatch. Screw Pamela Anderson. Well, not literally, but Pamela Anderson, I'm not saying she wasn't attractive, but Pamela Anderson to me was very fake, unattainable, like fake kind of person. Nicole Eggert was like the girl next door and then jumped up on Baywatch, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Is that the doctor with hair? Well, we're gonna like I still think it's hilarious. She's fanning her boobs. MASH and Sex in the City, maybe. So Grey's Anatomy with a bit more ER might be a good description. The dude with Fabio hair and flowers is my spirit animal. Conchita Tomei was in a TV show called Providence. Is she related to Marissa Tomei, though? Because I've never heard the name Tomei. Like, in acting, I've never heard the name Tomei before. So I immediately think it's Marissa Tomei. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. That is clever name I made's spirit animal right there. I've been here in forever. How is everyone doing? Oh, hi. I've not been here in forever. Aurora, you're getting a shot. Aurora, do you want a whiskey drink or a vodka drink? We're going to ride this wave. Like the videos if you guys haven't. We're 19 away. I don't think we're going to do it, but we're going to have a little bit of fun. So, Aurora, you pick a whiskey drink or a vodka drink, because I'm going to have one for you, and then we're going to ride out the rest of this China Beach trailer and then see what's up in the next episode. They are not related. Marissa Tomei is not. My frat boy just came out to play, and he's drunk. Yeah, that's what this is all about. The vodka drink. All right. Aurora. Am I saying Aurora? Aura. Did I say Aurora? Aura. You know, Jay might have had a bit too much to drink. So, Aura, you know me. I apologize if I said your name wrong to begin with, but you know I know you, and you know I love you. And here we go. And then we're going to finish China Beach. But how many of you are loving China Beach right now? China Beach is wild. In the words of the great Johnny Carson, this shit is wild. He didn't say this shit is wild, but he should have. Cheers. All right, let's finish China Beach. This is for Aura. Reflections of the way life used to be. How you doing, Conchita? Brian Wimmer? Look at this girl. what is going on? What kind of freaking craziness is going on here in China Beach? Like, what is this girl doing? Like, we got to go back to this. Look at her. She is going nuts. Like, is that even, like, attire? What is this, a swimsuit? Like, what is happening here? Like, look at this. Like, what is that? Is that a swimsuit? What is happening here? I have to replay it. We're going to replay it. Brian Wimmer, you lose. I was curious about you till this happened. Brian Wimmer, you, like, if you weren't followed up by this woman, you would have definitely intrigued me. But, like, look at this. She is rocking that mic. You could see a swimsuit or her undies or something. She looks like a grown-up version of Pebbles from Flintstones. Look at the hair. Is this Pebbles all grown up on China Beach? I don't know, but they're going nuts. They probably attacked the shit. Oh my God! That's the girl from Twins. Isn't that the girl from Twins? Isn't that Danny DeVito's girlfriend from Twins? I'm pretty sure that's Danny DeVito's girlfriend from Twins. It looks like her. Look at her. I don't know. It's very blurry. I think that's Danny DeVito's girlfriend from Twins. You guys let me know. But I think it is. Chloe Webb? Who are you? Oh, that was Dana Delaney. All right, well, there you go. There's China Beach, everybody. Greatest thing you ever saw. Oh, how you get the girl clean? Oh, Taylor Swift. We got Taylor Swift over here. All right. Well, I didn't mean to have Taylor Swift on. I'll probably get copyrighted immediately for Taylor Swift. I was born in Aurora, LOL. That's the classic 1950s swimwear. It confuses Nazi pilots. That might be the best thing I heard all day. Clever. Clever. You are pretty clever. I'm not going to lie. It confuses Nazi pilots. Did it not look like an adult Pebbles? It looked like something someone would wear from the Flintstones. And I don't know, something about her triggered Pebbles. Though that movie was called Junior. No. That was not Twins. I mean, that was not Junior. That was Twins, if I'm right. Maybe she was in... Because the girl from Junior was in Kindergarten Cop. This girl was Danny DeVito's girlfriend in Twins. If it is the one I'm thinking of. This is the girlfriend. Ready? We're going to look it up. Special guest appearance. What did she have a special guest appearance in one episode of... It's in the intro of China Beach, and she had a special guest appearance. Chloe Webb. Ready? Let's look it up. Yes, it is Twins. There we go. Linda Mason from Twins. I was right. Confirmation. I don't know if it's blurry or not, but is Danny DeVito's? Yes, it is Twins. I am. If I've seen a movie, I've seen Twins 1,000 times. Junior, I've never seen. Swear to God, never seen Junior in my life. That's why I was like, I know it can't be from Junior because I've never seen Junior. I do know though that the girl who played Arnold Schwarzenegger's partner in Kindergarten Cop is in that movie. I've never seen it, but I do know that the woman who played the teacher, the woman that was supposed to be the teacher that Arnold Schwarzenegger had to take the place of because she had the flu, she's in Junior. I know that. That's who I thought you were talking about. But I knew that was from Twins. I am a genius. No, I'm not a genius. I just know actors and actresses pretty well. So, that being said, Dana Delaney, look at her. Beautiful. Dana Delaney, you win. Look at this. What is she doing here? I don't know what she's doing here, but she's...
naked in a hole in the ground.
Oh, there she is again. Look, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger's girlfriend. Or Danny DeVito's. What is happening right now? What is all these women just showering? Wanna be the devil in me? Is this the way love's supposed to be? It's like a heat wave. What do I think of? What movie am I thinking of when I hear that song? Heat Wave. What movie? Somebody? Oh, there's the clock. What movie am I thinking of from that song? I'm curious how many of you. Those of you who know me, it is probably early 90s movie. Heat Wave. You tell me. Oh, the Petty Pumpkins just released their reaction to Yellow Jackets. I'm definitely going to watch that later tonight. They're my favorite. Well, they're not my favorite, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Sister Act, Holly Mack wins. Holly Mack, you are the winner. Holly Mack. Oh, Ninja said it first. I apologize. Oh my God, Star said it first. Everyone said it. Everyone said it immediately. I'm proud of all of you. I didn't even see Star said it so quick. I didn't even look. Star and Ninja and Holly Mack. Yes, you are all correct. Heat Wave by Sister Act. Heat Wave by, what is this? I have to watch
I think we all know there's only one definitive live-action Snow White.
As for your powers, they're hardly legit. You built a whole castle with nowhere to sit. Does it really count as magic if when you let it go? The only thing that moves is ice and snow. I talk to animals and it always impresses. You're just a blonde snowblower in sparkly dresses.
I think we all know there's only one definitive...
What? I kind of enjoy that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of enjoy that. Volcano? The movie Volcano? I literally just read Sean M's. I'm like, Volcano, what is that talking about? Was that your guess to what movie Heatwave was from? Hey, Sean M, I can't fault you. That is glorious. I'm sorry, but I need to know what this is, because this girl is so much taller than this girl that it was noticeably, I needed to see it. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. I just saw this one girl looked so much taller than this girl that I thought it had something to do with that. That's where my mind went. All right. Enough of that. What was I looking at? All right. We're going to go to campaign or enhanced for critters. Enhanced for critters. Everybody keep liking. By the way, we're 18 away now. We're chiseling away at these. 18 likes away. Are we going to hit it? Probably not, but I'm enjoying myself, so that's all that matters. If we are enjoying ourselves, that's all I care about. My faithful companions and family members. Let me refresh this. I just want to make sure I'm getting an accurate count. Yep, we're at 31. We're at 31 likes, so we're 19 away. Did you see the Critical Role rep battles, though? Oh, rap battles. No, I did not. I did not. I seen rap battles. Dante's Peak. Also, makes me think of Jumpin' Jack Flash. Never seen it. I know it. Whoopi Goldberg, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Never seen it. That's another one. Guys, somebody should be writing these down for Jay. Jay should be writing these down, but Jay's not gonna. Jumpin' Jack Flash. Never seen it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome.
Oh my God in heaven. This one is 4 hours. Wait, somebody explain to me. How do we go from 2.5 hours to almost 5 hours? What just happened? What just happened? How is this a thing? I'm flabbergasted. I'm loving it, but at the same time, I'm intimidated by the fact that we've never had more than 3 hours. And now this thing is 5 hours? Had I known that, I might have jumped right in and done 30 minutes regardless of the amount of likes. 4.5. I mean, there is 4.5. Blah, 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 blah. There is like a 10-minute outro and a 10-minute intro. Cut those out. We got 4 hours and 20 minutes. Jay, it's a boss battle. Critical Role is getting serious now, and they don't have a show after. They sold all them t-shirts. Now the shows get longer. Oh my God, I got to prepare for this now. That blew, I literally, you could see, I'm in a state of shock. I literally was like, all right, the next one's going to probably be like an hour and a half. All right. Well, let's shave off 20 minutes because of the intro and outro. We got 4 hours, 20 minutes. If I do the full, well, this one's going to be the first full hour of Patreon. And then I could do a well, here's the break. That's perfect. I'm going to do an hour Patreon and 30 minutes of YouTube. I'm going to do a solid 30 minutes of YouTube because there's a 10-minute intro. So follow me on this, everybody. 10-minute intro, hour Patreon, 30 minutes exactly will get me to this break. There's a break point here. Then the second half will be our live stream this week, which will bring us, it's 1:40 to 4:30. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We have an hour and 50 minutes, and that's with doing an extended YouTube and Patreon video. We'll have 2 hours and 10 minutes, not counting the outro either, and that's with doing a solid hour and a 30-minute YouTube video. This is what I was waiting for. I'm so excited. I'm going to look ahead. Should I look ahead? I want to look ahead. I want to look ahead. Because I want to see if it keeps going like this. Ready? We're going to look. We're going to look. Where's 12? Hey, everybody. Why is there no 12? Look at. Why is there no episode 12? The live will be awesome. Def, check it out. Why is there no episode 12 for Enhanced for Critters? The live will be awesome next week. We'll post it on Discord as well. Toph sings. Toph from Avatar? Jay, there is a Sam Riegel video on the Discord for you. I will check it out in a second. Is there no 12? Yeah, like why is there no 12? Look. We got 9, 10, 11, and then 13. But look right where I'm looking. Michael, look where I'm looking. We got 9, 10, 11, no 12, and then 13, 14, 15. And 14 and 15 are like back to back. There's no 12. What's happening? Because it was a Q&A session, no game. Ah. Is the enhanced episodes better on the audio? I've not rewatched much of Campaign 1 because it's painful to watch. No 12 on mine either. I just want to see.
Welcome back, everyone.
But see, even this 13 is not even. If you cut out the outro and the intro, it's not even 3 hours. What is 14?
Hello, everyone.
14 is 2.5 hours. Why is 10 so long?
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
This one's almost 4 hours too. I don't know, but for some reason, 13 and 14 are back to normalities. 11 is just a very extended episode. After this, they called it a fireside chat, not an episode. Okay. Either way, after this, like, apparently episode 11 is nuts. But then 13, 14, 15 kind of go back to normal. Well, 15 is a little longer too. But 11 is by far the most long of anything. But hey, awesome. We'll have extra time to hit the 50 likes. But before we leave, Michael is sending me a video. Oh, what is this? Now, what is this? Billie Eilish Toph covers. You should see me. Are we talking like I don't? I have to go back and read the comments. Are we talking Toph from Avatar? We'll post it on Discord as well. Toph's VO sings what? The live will be awesome next week. Def, check it out. Because of blah, 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 blah. Because they were live. Who is... The only Toph I know is Toph from Avatar. Is this Toph from Avatar? I don't know who Toph is. Do I know who Toph is? do I know? That's a striking. Because they will live. Yes, that's tough. Grown up. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I get copyrighted. We're going to watch it.
Bite my tongue, bite my time. Beifangs don't end.
Oh, there it is. It is tough.
Wait till earth rumbles mine.
It actually, I guess it would have made sense if I just watched it.
Watch the blind panther rise. Fell for these emerald eyes. You should see me underground. I'm gonna run this nothing town.
Toph was easily top 3 for me, just in case you didn't know.
One by, you should see me underground. Your silence is my favorite sound.
I like it.
I'm gonna make them fall one by one.
That was it? Oh my god, it's so quick. I love it. That's not part of it. I was just into the song. Toph was one of my favorites. Top 3. Well, we're not going to watch it again. Oh, it won't let me stop. Yeah, she was always one of my favorites. In Avatar, those of you who don't know, I watched the entire series on Patreon only. I think I got like 1 or 2 episodes out on YouTube, but I never seen it before. Watched the entire series, all 3 seasons, books, whatever they called them. And 11-year-old Sam time. Michaela Jill Murphy is her voice actor, aka Melon Lord. The Toph, the blind bandit. I mean, it was good. I love Toph. Toph is phenomenal. But that being said, I am actually quite excited for this week. The fact that we have such a long episode. Hands for Critters. I'm going to go back because I'm going to jump into it as soon as we log off. So everybody...
Good evening, everyone, and welcome...
Oh, don't scream at me, Matt. I'm just surprised at how long it is. But Paramount is a bitch with copyright. Secret Tunnel. Yeah, I mean, Paramount is. That's what Yellow Jackets is. And I get so much trouble with copyright. So on that note, though, we're going to shout everybody out. We're going to call it a night. I'm going to jump right into the Patreon video. Get that done. And then... as long as I order sushi, even if I do the Patreon hour and the YouTube video, I should be done before 10 o'clock. And as long as I order sushi, by 10:15, we're good. So, clever name I made, Vero G, Michael, Ace, my moderators, the Do JB as well if you're out there, Backless Door, Star, clever name I made, Aura, Malamute, my good friend Neil, Marion Ravenwood. We had Minty, N. Luna Del Rey, brand new to the chat. Hope you come back. HollyMac79, Colvin, Shane, Baron, M. Gormley, Chimiki Barrow, Little Power Monster, Queen, Callisto Warrior Queen. I said it almost wrong. Ninja, Master, Amy, and David France. If you're out there, haven't seen you in a while. I know your day is coming soon. Neil, I think I said Neil already. If I missed you, write down below because I'm trying to rattle off everything I can. Rattle off everything I can. Did I miss anybody? Aura. The Azure Sky. Sean M. There we go. Sean M. Minty is still here as well. Everybody, you know I love you. If I missed you, I didn't mean it. I just am a little drunk. But I'm jumping right into the Patreon hour. I love you all. And is it Friday yet? Is it